Let's do this. Get ready for the Dirt Life Show.
Yeah, happy Monday, everybody. Hope you guys are ready for an awesome episode 67 of the Dirt Life Show. We really appreciate you guys joining as always. Tonight's show is going to be awesome. Last week's show was pretty rad with Rob Mack, so we want to thank him. We had a good time with him. So you haven't checked out that episode, please go back and hit it up. It's a pretty good one. We have all the archives on thedirtlifeshow.com. You can check them all out there. Tonight's episode, we have our featured guest is 4x4 Barbie, Pleasant Cook. She's going to come on and talk about all things off-road from a girl's perspective. It's going to be pretty cool because she's done some pretty rad stuff, and she's had, she has now really, really awesome plans for 2021. So she's moving up in the whole UTV racing world. So we're going to chat with her and see what she has to say about all this fun stuff that she's been up to. Man, there's some stuff that I have questions. Tons and tons of questions. We had some users submit questions and audience members, so it's going to be a good show. We can't wait to talk with her. We also have Cody Sanders going to call in, one of our buddies. Obviously, he's a co-host of this show as well, and he's going to call in and talk about the Santa Cruz for Diamond Children's Hospital that they just did with their side-by-sides. So it's a cool benefit that they have. It really brings a smile to a lot of kids' faces, and especially in 2020. So we're really excited to talk to Cody about that.
He's been doing that for a while too, right?
Yeah. He's been doing it for 2 or 3 years. Yeah,
nice.
And Casey just chimed in, but we got co-host Casey Peck extraordinaire in the studio. Thanks, bud.
Yes, sir.
I really appreciate you coming in. You got all warmed up today?
Yeah, it's a little chilly.
It is, huh?
It's nice, but
Arizona is chilly. Am I the weird one wearing a T-shirt and shorts?
No.
You're all bundled up?
I guess maybe I was cold all day.
Thanks for coming in, Case. I really appreciate you coming in to help out.
Not the Rona.
Yeah, definitely not the Rona. You can still taste the delicious tacos that we have.
Yes, absolutely.
I heard that's one of the things about Rona is that you lose your smell and taste.
I heard that too.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to have it. Like, I'm staying straight away from the Rona because I want to taste tacos for the rest of my life.
Especially those ones.
They're delicious. Well, thanks for coming in and hanging out. So we have a couple other things to talk about. And, Casey kind of just, I don't know. We talked about it having the co-host in the studio. Well, this is our actual last show in the studio. So we're going to be headed out to Southern California. We're going to relocate the show. We're going to be having it probably at IMG Motorsports. We're going to set up a studio there. We talked to James a little bit, so it would be pretty cool. So we're going to be out in Temecula, California, and we're going to have the show out there. It's going to be pretty cool because we have the ability to have quite a bit more of our guests just come into the studio and hang out. We'll have less FaceTime calls. We'll be able to do more remote shows and stuff like that. So it'll be really, really cool. And one of the things that we wanted to ask you guys, since we're going to be doing all these changes, is if you guys would be bummed if we started having the show an hour earlier. So we were thinking about having it at 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, which would be right now in Arizona 6 o'clock. So I don't know about you, Case, but I think that's kind of cool.
I think so. I would vote for 5.
You would vote for 5 too?
I would.
Okay.
So my guess is that's all the work traffic out there.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the time.
So now you guys could just plug it in on your mobile device and listen to us on the way home, right?
Not to mention, all of our East Coasters won't be so
they can get it a little
deprived.
earlier.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, and our guests will be able to not have to lose a bunch of sleep either, right?
Totally.
Yeah, I remember Dustin Jones when we had him on the show. He was staying at the shop late for us.
Yeah,
man.
he was.
So, chime in and let us know if you guys want us to have the show a little bit earlier. We got a couple other awesome things that are happening on tonight's show.
Remember Sipes?
Huh?
Remember Sipes?
Oh, he was pissed. So, yeah, if you guys don't remember, we had Ryan Sipes on, a dirt bike guy extraordinaire. But, man, we called him, and he was like, dude, I've been waiting in the garage for like an hour for you guys. What the heck?
He's like, you don't know what it's like to run a race team and have kids running around.
He was pretty pissed.
My bad.
So, yeah, I guess maybe our answer is in our guess. Like, I definitely want the audience to chime in and tell us, but I think we should probably make that executive decision just for Sipes.
Yeah. Sorry, Ryan. Thanks again.
So, yeah, like I said, we have a couple other awesome things happening on the show tonight. We have Zach Jeffers from Side by Side Guys calling in. He ran a contest for us and for KMC to give away some wheels. So we're going to be giving away some KMC wheels. Do you remember what they're called?
KS 234.
Yep.
Is the model.
What color?
They were that awesome gray. Shoot, what's it called?
Satin gray.
Satin gray.
Yeah, so
which matches every paint scheme.
Yeah, dude, he says it's like so perfect in these little videos.
He's good at it.
But hey, anyway, so yeah, we're definitely going to be giving those bad boys away. So.
How's it going, everybody? Chiming in, thanks.
Yeah, thank you guys for chiming in. Also, get your questions ready for Pleasant Cook or for 4x4 Barbie. We're gonna like I said, we have some questions that we already have lined up, but it'd be awesome if you guys wanted to chime in and say hello. It looks like Sherry Cook, Pleasant's mom, is actually already joining us too. So, Sherry, maybe you can share some funny stories of when Pleasant was a little bit younger. We already have one from one of my buddies that I think Sherry and Pleasant are gonna both be surprised by. So, it'll be pretty cool.
Hey, there we go. Zach just told us exactly.
There you go, yeah. KS234. Oh, Addict 2 beadlock in satin gray. All right.
Thanks,
dude, those
Zach.
wheels look sick, though.
They look awesome.
They look really cool.
They do. And he's right. They will look good with any paint scheme.
So you just got a new ride. You got a new four-wheel drive Tundra, is it? Or is it two-wheel drive?
It's 2x. It's a fakie.
Yeah, but it looks so sweet, man.
Yeah, I'm really happy with it.
And it's that, like, gray color, right? Yeah,
it's silver, but those would look awesome on there too.
Yeah, because they're a little bit offset.
Mm-hmm.
So, like the guys at KMC Wheels, like Ryan on his F-150, he's got one of those EcoBoost trucks, kind of like the one you used to have, actually. Mm-hmm. And he's got some, they're kind of like gold, and they have a black beadlock. Dude, they look so good. And I think he's got like 35s or something on it. Like, it's pretty big.
Nice.
So, it looks sweet, man.
Eco Bro?
Yeah. Dude, it goes still, though.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Even with those big old tires, it still goes pretty good.
I was pretty pumped on that.
Okay, so yeah, we're going to give those wheels away. Might have to talk to Zach about, I don't know if you saw 2 shows ago when Cody was here, Zach challenged me and then one of our audience members or one of his audience members to the Pocky One Chip Challenge. You know what that is?
No.
So it's a chip. It looks like a Dorito. It comes in a coffin.
Oh, my gosh. So it's hot, obviously.
It'll blow you out, I feel like.
Chance. No thanks.
So we might have to ask Zach about that and talk a little bit about it and see if we can get some of our listeners and audience members to chime in and let us know if they want to do it with us.
Why do you guys do that to yourself?
I don't know if I want to do it. I told him last time I'm a little bit scared. Like
I would be.
So he saw me at Ace Hardware looking at the hot sauces, and I posted a little story on my Instagram. And he goes, all right, I'm going to get this dude. And he gets that Pocky One Chip Challenge. And he got 3 boxes, and I think he did it on purpose so that he could mess with me. So, and I don't know what chip they or what pepper they are. I think it's a Carolina Reaper.
Yeah,
you heard of that?
Doesn't sound good.
It's like 1,000,000 Scoville units. Like it's like off the charts. Yeah. So, and I told him, I'm like, dude, I don't want to die. So
maybe it'll kill the Rona.
Dude, that would be so awesome. Just so everybody's going to be chomping on Pocky chips. You know how many toilets would be blown out?
Oh, my gosh.
That would be horrible the next day.
And there's no toilet paper.
Yeah, exactly. There would be a real rush for toilet paper.
Yes,
Costco would sell out every time if the cure for Rona was a Pocky One Chip Challenge. Hey, so, and we have one final thing to talk about, and we're going to launch the promo tomorrow on our Instagram page, and that's Rigid Industries is giving away a Polaris General.
Nice.
All decked out. It's a 2018. It's got like a sand camo kind of it's coming from here, Case.
Okay.
It's got like a sand camo kind of look to it, like a graphic kit. And so the guys at Rigid were like, hey, man, we haven't driven this thing for a while. So they teamed up with one of our buddies at Road to Recovery. And, well, Mike Young is part of it, and Lori and everybody at Road to Recovery. And they're donating 100% of the proceeds. They're going to raffle it off, and they're going to give all of the proceeds back to Road to Recovery.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
So it's pretty cool. And so we want you guys to get some raffle tickets for that. And we're going to post tomorrow. Today I did something that I thought was pretty cool. I got $100 worth of raffle tickets for the Dirt Life, so for all of us. And we have to agree on it. Like, let's shake on it right now. What are
we shaking on?
We're giving back the car if we win so that they can double their proceeds.
Nice. Shookin'.
Okay.
Shaking.
So if you win, if I win, yeah,
shaking.
Then Dirt Life is going to give back the car back to Road to Recovery so they can do a second
again.
auction.
That's awesome.
They can double the proceeds.
That's awesome.
So,
hey, Rhonda.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll win.
Yeah, that would be the
But
best.
if we don't, then whoever wins has to take us for a ride.
Yeah, okay.
So it's really cool that they're doing that. So please pay attention to our social media account tomorrow. It's at the Dirt Life Show, and we'll do some stuff with Rigid Industries, and we really want to support those guys because the stuff that Road to Recovery does, helping injured athletes, injured motocrossers, helping myself and other people, is fantastic. So the more that they have in their piggy bank, the more that they can help people. So we're willing to help them out any way we can. So thank you very much to Lori, Jimmy, and Mike, and everybody over there at Road to Recovery. So we really appreciate them. All right, so let me get through the sponsors real quick. We want to definitely thank all of you guys for tuning in, but we also want to thank everybody that supports us and helps pay the bills. So thank you very much to the guys at KMC Wheels for obviously offering up these wheels to give to you guys. Can't wait to see who wins. And thank you very, very much to the guys at Shock Therapy. Justin has been a longtime supporter of my racing programs, and he's still a supporter of this show. So they've been doing a lot of cool stuff. They've been hooking up your friends, my friends, everybody with awesome shock jobs. In fact, Steve Westfall is going to get some springs for his razor of
Nice.
Rockstar and Husqvarna, and he's getting hooked up. So all his buddies are going to get hooked up now.
Yep.
So it's really cool to see that the community is coming together to help everybody out, and they're all using the partners that partner up with the show to support us. So thank you very much to Justin over at Shock Therapy. Thank you to Ryan Guidus over at the EFX Tires, too. They're a new partner for 2021. We've been giving them a little bit of promo action, but they have some awesome tires. They have some new I don't know what they're called, but there's some new paddle tires and some new Razor tires. They look so sick. Like, if I was going to the dunes, I would definitely want to throw those on the Unicorn, man. So they look like they're going to throw a lot of roost at whoever's behind you. But those look super, super cool. They look really good on these wheels that we're going to raffle off today. So, the contest today. Thank you to the guys at Zollinger Racing Products. You can use the code DIRTLIFE at ZollingerRacingProducts.com. They have tons and tons of awesome stuff there, man. We've always talked about it, but they have all high-level UTV products, tie rods, radius rods. They got engine covers. I mean, they have so much stuff. And then if you're into snowmobile stuff, since it's cold out, you can get some stuff there too. And thank you very much to our last two guys. We got Cryo Heat jumping on board for 2020-21 as well. Those guys at Cryo Heat, they do awesome metal treatment services, and you can check them out at cryoheat.com. Josh LaHaye, the founder of Cryo Heat, was actually a guest on the show a few episodes ago, so you guys can go check it out. He gives you all the info on what type of metal service it is. They harden metal, they polish metal, they can lighten up transmissions for your race cars and all kinds of badass stuff. So
I want to do some bicycle chains.
Dude, that would be sick.
Mm-hmm.
That would make it so smooth and so easy to pedal.
Yep. Oh wait, did I say that out loud? I don't want anybody else.
Yeah,
to know.
don't let anybody in on your secrets, because like Brian and all those guys are gonna want to get in.
Yeah, he's already down on that.
Is he?
To, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was the one that chimed in.
It was his idea. I'm up for it.
You're just stealing it.
Yeah. Hey Rory, what's happening, buddy?
Yeah. And then,
I got the watch party going, by the way.
Oh, nice. How'd you do it? And then the guys at Solderweld, thank you very much, Lance, Vanessa, Zeke, and everybody at Solderweld for always partnering with the show. You can use the code DIRTLIFE and save at solderweld.com to get a Solderweld off-road repair kit, man. We take those everywhere we go. Like, I don't just take them in my side-by-side anymore. I take them in the van when we're going on, because I've been driving so much.
Yeah.
So in case anything needs to be repaired, any metal needs to be repaired on road, we can always do it there too. So thank you guys so much. We really appreciate it. At about 6 minutes or so here, Cody's going to call in. But I was going to ask you what you thought of some of the new motocross stuff that's been happening. Like, Jet Lawrence has been putting out some cool stuff on his media. He's now a Red Bull factory Honda HRC athlete. His brother's a HRC athlete, or a rider now. And, man, it looked like they are just going to, like, the new stuff that's coming for 2021 Supercross is going to be awesome.
I know. I just hope it continues down the positive train, right? Because it just seems like we've got who knows what's around the corner. So I think they're taking their best foot forward, or maybe they're being coached to do that. Regardless, it's making awesome content.
Yeah, that's true.
So, 2020's coming to an end, so they've got things to fulfill. The year's been a mess, obviously. So I feel like...
Wait, which button is the wah-wah?
Nope. There it is,
there
2020. That's the 2020 button.
Yeah, 2020. Sorry.
For sure. So I think they're kind of going like... it's like an overdrive to like, here's the new thing that we're doing, and like we're going to do it better than we've ever done it before, because everybody's kind of like
I hope they don't
need
just,
it. You know what I mean?
I hope they don't like sometimes I feel like I overdo the positivity. I hope they don't like super soak the positivity because we need some reality in here too, though.
Right.
Like, because there was a bunch of stuff that bad happened also, right? Like,
Yeah, right.
we lost JGR, we lost
Right.
Geico Honda, like,
Exactly.
but all of these things that are happening where people are getting swallowed up by bigger teams or like better offers and stuff. That's so cool. Like, that reality is what I want to hear.
Yeah, definitely.
Hey, Brooke Jensen. She's actually one of the, dude, that's what we should talk about. They got a 12-hour UTV race happening at Texplex coming up.
That's awesome.
I think it's this coming weekend. Brooke, you can tell us if it's this coming weekend, but
one driver or multiples, or how's it go?
Actually, she should probably tell us how she's going to do it, like what her strategy is. I'm sure you could do one, like Ironman, the whole thing, but 12 hours in a UTV on basically a motocross track.
I wonder if there's classes.
And yeah, there will be.
But I mean, like, maybe there is an Ironman or woman, and then maybe there's a team.
Oh.
I wonder.
A relay?
I wonder, yeah.
Yeah, who knows? But I was telling some of my buddies that are going up there to from Florida, Elliot Cook, he's a Honda guy, but I was telling him, I'm like, dude, now you're going to be like basically desert racing. Like, now where are you going to go pee, right? Like, you got to do. He's like, no, I'm just going to pee my pants.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, no way, man.
That's so nasty.
Yeah. So I would do it just like the desert races, man. I would get like the whole deal going and like make sure I'm set up so I could get in there and ride for as much as possible. Cause
this is where you're like doing all this training to figure out what the maximum your body can take and not take, so that way you sweat it all out.
You don't think these UTV guys have done that, right?
Hey, there's always.
I don't want to discount the UTV guys, but come on.
There's always some physicist within the group. You know what I mean? There always is.
That's our Zach Jeffers is going to call in today. He's smarter than everybody usually. At least he's way smarter than me, so I can tell you that for sure. But he would probably have all of it ironed out. Like, if he had a race strategy for it, I bet you he would have everything lined up perfect. So
two sips an hour.
Yeah, and then this guy gets out at this time, and if the pitch strategy is this,
exactly.
So, yeah, I think it's going to be pretty cool, though. So, first of all, I mean, like, there's never really been a big race because there's a lot of people going to this bad boy, like a lot of people. And there's never really been, like, that big of an event that's focused on one little track. Like, it's basically a motocross track, an overgrown, maybe like a Grand Prix track, right?
Right.
But it's not a desert race. It's not a far distance for a long time over a lot of miles. It's just doing laps, let's
But
just
that's why it seems like it's going to be so cool.
Yeah, well, and plus, if you break down, you can just get towed back in.
Right.
And you have potential to fix yourself and get back out there.
Maybe it spawns this whole new crowd of, what would you call it? Like
endurance side-by-side racers?
It is. It basically
it's like
is
GNCC maybe
But
more.
you know what I'm saying? Like, you are kind of bringing the best of both worlds because you still don't want to break.
So, I wonder how much money they're giving out,
but then
too.
you want to go fast on a motocross style track. I don't know. I think it sounds super cool.
I think it sounds super cool too.
Definitely.
And then so there's some favorites that are going to be out there, like favorites to win or whatever you want to call it. Like
Sure.
The Miller boys, they're going to go. They're actually now sponsored by Texplex, but they're really, really good at that track. So it's going to be interesting to see how well they do and all the competition that comes out. But we can't wait. Oh, look, guess who chimed in? Brian Clark. So. Cody's calling in right now, so let's get him on the line. Cody, you there, bud?
What's up, man? How you guys doing?
We're doing
Good. How you
awesome,
doing?
man. I don't know if you've been listening to the show, but before we start talking about your Santa Cruz, we have this is going to be the last show in the studio.
I know, dude. I'm fucking so stoked for you guys.
It's pretty cool. Well, you helped start this bad boy, dude. Are you kind of bummed though? You like the studio?
I already told you, man. I'm pretty bummed out. But like you told me, there's going to be other times. So I'm proud of you. I'm proud of where it's going, and I'm stoked that you guys are moving on and moving out, dude.
It should be pretty cool. So we're pretty pumped too, and the best part about it is that we get to be closer to all of our guests and audience members and all that stuff. So it'll be pretty neat to have everybody a little bit more centralized and less FaceTime calls, so to speak.
Cody, do you think
Yep.
do you think George should walk through the studio like as a farewell and then like?
I think so. I think that's a good thing. And
What do you mean?
start out in the garage and kind of see where it all began and
Right.
kind of where it all started, man, and walk through the house and remember where.
Dang, that kind of gives me a little bit of warmth in my heart.
Yeah,
just
so
thinking
like,
about it.
and here's what I was getting at. Like, the studio is like, it's super cool, but like we don't want to let the secret out that it's just wallpaper.
Yeah.
Oops, I just
Yeah,
did.
we don't want to
Everybody, I've gotten so many questions about it that they thought it was real wood. I'm
That's
like,
what I
no,
mean.
dude, we're way too cheap
So-
for real wood.
to kind of give the insight of just like what Cody said, like you guys started it, in the bare minimums, just trying to do the best you could.
Yep.
And like maybe show that you got some cords laying around and so
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it's like
Yeah.
it's pretty tidied up, but I think it would be cool to like show that.
When Cody,
Yeah,
do you
no,
remember
absolutely.
like what it started out as was just like an IKEA
I remember
table?
what it was before. I remember what it was before it was the studio.
Yeah. It was like a little office with an IKEA desk, and then we like put some microphones in here, and then you and I were
Yeah.
talking about it. We're like, dude, this is pretty janky. We need to step it up.
Yeah, and look at it now, man. You guys are getting success, and it's awesome. And to see you guys grow and the traveling you're doing and going out and putting yourself out there and seeing all these racers, and that's what it's about. And I'm very, very stoked for you and your new journey and to push forward and keep doing what you're doing, because I know there was a one time that you're like, well, I don't know. And look at you go, you're pushing through it, and you've had the hard times that you've had, and there's always a right direction, and you're following that dirt, that trail. You're following it. So
It gives me a little bit more confidence because I still don't know if it's the right decision to be doing all this stuff, but I just want to be closer to where most of our people are so we can all hang out together. So I think that was the main catalyst to be able to move it out there. But it'll be cool. We'll be closer to my sister and stuff too out in California. So.
yeah, no, good family. You guys are plowing in together, and you guys are doing it. I know your sister is super stoked, man, and she's a good person, and I'm really happy that you guys are going there with her, and you guys are starting your whole new life, man. And I'm very proud of you guys and the success you guys are bringing. So
Well, hey, we're proud of you too for doing all that stuff. So if anybody that's listening hasn't seen it on Facebook, Cody runs we talk about it all the time, he runs a Facebook page called 520 Side by Side, which is the area code in Tucson, Arizona that we live in. But it's pretty cool because what is this, the fourth time you've done the Santa Cruz? Fifth time?
yeah, it's the fourth time. We started doing this Santa Cruz for Diamonds Children's Hospital in Tucson, Arizona, and it comes close to home to me because I lost my nephew at 11 years old to stage 4 leukemia many years ago, and it was like, well, why can't we do something cool? If we're gonna do like a show and glow type thing, like what can we do as an off-road community? And we just started doing it.
It's not
And
even
we're on
like
the
a
fourth
full
one.
show and glow, though. Like, because people show up with dirty cars
No.
with just Christmas lights all over these
Yeah,
suckers.
they do.
So imagine
dirty ass cars with a wreath on the front of their car.
some people come
a
with
couple
like pro
lights.
cars.
Perfect.
I saw someone last year when I went to do it. They had so many Christmas lights on it. They had to get in through the windshield because you couldn't get in through the sides.
I think I saw the picture of that one.
Yeah.
It was
Oh, yeah.
crazy.
Yeah,
But so
absolutely.
it's basically like, give a little description. It's basically all these side by sides lit up like Christmas trees driving down the road, right?
Yep. So these kids can't leave their bedrooms. So in
Their
the
hospital
you
rooms?
have- that's their bedrooms. I mean
Right.
that's where their families live. So I took a big like a tour a couple years back, me and my wife Carly and a couple other guys from the page, and they didn't understand. And I've already seen this scene before with my nephew and stuff. So I knew what I was going into, but everyone else we took with us, it was a game changer. And if you don't understand, when you go into these hospitals, people are sick, whatever, but when they're your family members or your own blood, your child, your family, in any form of way, you walk around and you get into these hospital rooms. I call their bedrooms, which are their hospital rooms, but this is their bedroom. The family lives through this bedroom
Right.
and has a kitchen and a little lounge area for all these families that can go to get a peace and quiet for a little bit, kind of help them out to get away. And they all share it. They share this one big area, common area, because they're going through the same situation. So why we do what we do is because these families have not only lost their houses, they've lost their vehicles, they've lost their jobs because their whole life revolves around their child. And anything helps
Rightfully
to
so.
get
Though.
to. Yeah, no, it's very, very, it's serious, man, and it's so crazy because so many people don't understand. Yes, there's homeless on the street. Yes, but this is so much to me. If you go into detail and you learn it, it is so much more important. And these families, they don't get out anymore. Their child is brutally sick. Some of them are on their deathbed, and they just make it right with themselves and God, and they just live their life at this hospital. Some never see the real light of day. But anyway, so when we do this event, the kids that are able to get up, because these kids are very sick and very weak, they don't get to move around like normal people. They get to go to their hospital window, their bedroom window, and see this big old light show of all these cars.
Yep.
And all the people being happy and seeing the families together and the kids running around.
And Casey, when he's
the
talking about the
highlight.
cars, it's like hundreds of cars.
Yeah, so
It's
I've followed it a
absolutely
couple
phenomenal.
times because mutual friends are involved in it, and it looks super awesome. And Cody,
like Santa's sleigh times 100.
yeah,
dude.
totally. And
Dude, Coleman was out there like last night, man. We were hanging out the other day.
So before I forget,
Yeah.
Cody, there's a little secret meaning in the name too. Like we have the Santa Cruz River too, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
That's pretty cool. I don't know if you caught that one, or you probably already put that one together, but that's pretty cool.
No, that's not me.
little play on words. I mean,
That's pretty neat. Yeah. So it's really cool that you're doing this thing, man. And so, what were some of the highlights of the one you just had? What was it, Friday?
Yeah, Saturday. We had a big meeting with the CEO of Banner Hospital, Sarah Frost, here in Tucson, and she doesn't make time for anybody. And this was a very, very big year for us because she sent out a personal letter to me, explained her feelings and what we've done. And this has never happened before last year. So when she sent it to me, it was it put me in tears because it was like, we're doing this as a good community, bringing families together. You know how I like to do things, man. I mean, look what we did for your event, and I love it. I love bringing the off-road community together, and this is just one time a year that families get to share that magical moment of Christmas and get to feel these families that don't get to have a normal Christmas. So anything we could do to help, we did a gift card drive this year. Yeah, and it's been a rough year, let me tell you. I'm talking about problems with just getting toilet paper. I got a call about 6 months ago if we could do like a quick race around Tucson and bring a roll of toilet paper, and just wasn't possible at that time because of the pandemic. But she understood, and we all gathered around. What can we do? What can we do? You know what? We're going to do this way this Christmas. Can you wait? All right. Yeah, let's do it. Well, we've raised just last night about $6,000 plus, and there's several gift cards that have been unaccounted for because all the members didn't put what they were worth. So she's got to go through every one of those call the company. Yeah, so so she's going to tally it up hopefully by this week, and I can let everybody know what we did for them. So we normally fill up a toy hauler, a big ass toy hauler of presents, and this year because of COVID, this is the way we did. It's easier, cleaner way. She could wipe things off real quick.
Last year when they used to talk about the presents, they had a room that was bigger than the studio, full, all the way stacked up to the top of presents.
Wow, that's
for all the kids.
Awesome.
But with COVID, I could see how that's not an option. But
right.
Man, donating money to the hospital is definitely awesome.
For sure.
So
yeah, Christmas cards, shit like that. So we're pretty stoked on it, man. This year's a lot different. It went pretty smooth. We didn't have an escort this year, so it made it pretty difficult.
Yeah,
but
they usually have
everybody
to have a
got there
escort.
safe and sound.
Yeah,
it was rough because of COVID.
Hey, so I have a question. Like, dude, it's obviously like it almost brings tears to my eyes that you're helping out so many children and families and stuff. But I had a more serious side-by-side question. Do you guys ever do a Best Dressed Award? for the side-by-sides?
Um,
Because I kind of wanted to give a best dressed award to the people that couldn't even get in their side-by-side last year because there was so many freaking lights on
Yeah.
that thing. Like, so who got,
Yeah.
like, in your opinion, who had, like, the most lights and who was the best dressed in their side-by-side this year?
Dude, it's so hard. Some of these people put they literally strap a generator to the top of their roof rack.
Really?
Just so they can push out.
Nice.
Dude, some of these cars, they have the blow-ups you put in front of your house, and they're full of them, dude. They're stacked on top of each other. Dude, it
That's
is
funny.
crazy. Some of these people go so crazy, and they have these generators on top of these
Can
roof
you
racks,
imagine that?
and it's like they're sitting there in the parking lot, and you hear this generator just and it's
they have to
pumping
have
up all
that
the
much
air,
power?
these blow-up things. Oh,
Nice.
dude, it's so awesome. Like, I can't even tell you who is the best one because some of them are so crazy. This is like their family's getaway. And with this year being so rough for everybody, this was like, people went crazy with it, dude. It was awesome.
Dude, that's pretty rad, right? You should see if you can, maybe Brian will want to go to it next time, Brian Clark, and see if you could jump in his side-by-side and go with them next year.
I could rig up some gnarly lights, I'm sure.
Casey's,
Dude, we had this year we had quads show up,
what?
dirt bikes show up.
That's one
Dude,
rad
we
thing
had-
about Arizona that I'm going to miss living in California is you can ride anything
Yeah.
out. You can bring your horse down
Yeah.
to the post
Yeah.
office if you wanted to.
Right.
Yes, and dude, I'm waiting on that to show up. That'd be pretty cool. In the,
A horse with
in the
lights?
Southwest, man. Cowboy up, man. We a bunch of cowboys around here. That's what I'm waiting on. But yeah, we had everything.
Dude, you could
from
have
Harley street bikes.
You
to
should have Casey,
badass.
all of Casey's mountain bike friends. You should have them all e-bike up.
Dude,
They can
do
run
it.
batteries,
Do
on
it.
Yeah, there you go.
batteries and
Hey.
stuff with that.
Oh yeah, we cruise so slow, man, because there were so many of us this year. We filled up the whole parking garage this year, and that was one of my goals. And that happened this year, and it was pretty intense, man.
That's super cool though, man. And like with coming through the end of the year and the holiday season and stuff, like Casey and I were talking about some personal stuff that he's going through and I'm going through. It's really nice to hear such a positive thing happening. So kudos to you for doing all that.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it, and like I said, man, thank you guys for everything you guys do, and keeping the positive with the off-road scene, because not everybody is an off-roader, and it's hard to explain to non-off-roaders how cool it is in the family that we have together.
Dude.
It's very hard for some people. They have no idea. You know, you get the people that come home from every day from work, sit on the couch, watch TV, go to bed, and repeat it for years on end, and they don't get out, man. So it feels good to be like, no, man, like so many people that I have turned the off-road scene onto, and they're like, dude, how did I miss this my whole childhood or my adulthood? I can't believe I'm just now doing it. The
That's
camaraderie
the
is
reason for the
absolutely
show.
phenomenal.
Yeah, and you know what's funny is
Phenomenal.
the kids that you're speaking of with, you know, zero preconceived notions.
Yep.
They get it right away.
Oh,
because
absolutely.
they want to see it and they
Yep.
love it.
Yeah, they don't care about anything
Yep.
except for seeing all those bright, awesome lights,
You
man.
can imagine how cool
Yep.
it is.
Yeah, and that's exactly why we started the show, is because we were all wanting a little bit more camaraderie that we used to get when we were younger. So it's pretty cool that the show
Yep.
is taking off doing these things, and you guys are obviously doing those things locally too. So, like I said,
Yep, absolutely.
kudos to you for doing all that stuff.
Yeah, man. Thanks. I appreciate it, guys. So, yeah, other than that, man, just 2021 is coming around, and I hope everybody has a really good 2020 year and 2021 year at least. And your next move to California, I hope nothing but the best for you, Georgie, and you know that. So,
Thanks, bud.
I hope all is good family-wise, everything. Push forward, keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, I hope you said said hi to everybody while they were at the Santa Cruz too. So I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, man. You guys take care, man. You guys finish up this show strong. Let's do it.
All right. Thanks, bud.
Cody.
We'll
See
see
ya.
you. Like I
All right,
said,
guys,
thanks for all
take
you
it
do,
easy.
bud. See ya.
Yeah, man. See you, buddy.
Yeah, Brian, we got to turn on the breaker. Little inside joke.
You will. You'll have to turn on like 16 breakers for some of these people that have these lights. I don't think you guys are understanding how phenomenal some of these cars look. Like, there was people with lights inside their wheels. There was people
That's
with
cool.
lights under the car. Like,
Nice.
and we're not talking like just like rock lights. We're talking about full-on Christmas lights all the way under the skid plate. Like, full on. Like these things were crazy. And like Cody said, they had blow up dolls on it or blow up
Santas,
the whole nine. I'm just waiting for somebody to be like, all right, I'm going to put like 5 of the kids out front on little Razor 170s, and those are going to be the reindeer, and then they're going to pull Dad in the big one, that's Santa Claus. Like, I'm just waiting for somebody to, like,
it's turning into
next level it
to Christmas off-road car or vehicle parade. Like, all he's missing now.
It really is.
All he's missing now are the Shriners in the front,
dude,
with the funny hats.
I saw a post on Facebook that they I think it was the Tucson Police Department or some sort of law enforcement agency was flying in the helicopter getting shots of all the guys coming up to the parking garage.
Oh, that's cool.
Because they were so amped on it.
Or they were waiting to see who didn't have the
Get somebody. Just passing out tickets, dropping them down out of the sky.
Didn't have their licenses, right?
But, man, it's so cool that you can do that in Arizona. I'm definitely going to miss that when I move over to California. But what are some of the comments that were coming in? Hello from West Virginia from Sean. Is that who it was?
Yep, Sean Monk.
Yeah, so Alfonso.
Yeah, he said he's so this is back to the that awesome 12-hour where's that race again?
So Alfonso's been helping out a lot with the Dirt Life show. He's been doing some camera work and some video work and stuff like that.
So he's pumped on that race. He's wondering if it'll be lit up or if the racers will have headlights.
Well,
and actually,
he gets to figure it out because he's moving from California to Texas this week.
Nice.
So he's going to be our correspondent over there in Texas, hanging out with all the racers.
So he'll know exactly.
Drivers and stuff. So, Alfonso, you'll have to relay the messages to us and answer your own question for us and all of us out here at TV land.
Yeah, definitely. And Lena says, you're doing the right thing. Eric, what's up, buddy? Lives in Spokane.
Yeah, so we all know Eric. Eric races RC cars.
Definitely.
So thanks for chiming in, boys. But, yeah, I think it'll be pretty cool to have that Texplex race. Maybe we could do like
Spokompton.
Yeah.
Represent.
Is that what it is?
Is
Spokane nasty?
That's what Zach says.
So what would it be like if we were doing that 24-hour race with the generator, breaker full-on mode, and had Christmas lights the whole time?
It would fit right in.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
So have you ever seen Travis Pastrana, instead of 24 hours of Le Mans, they do 12 hours of Lemons?
No.
So
that sounds awesome.
They take full beaters.
Yeah,
and they go and see how long they can last for, and they're not supposed to ram into each other.
Oh, yeah, right.
In quotes.
Rubbin's racing. Oops.
So it's pretty funny to see all those guys. So we'll have Zach Jeffers calling in here in just a little bit. We're going to have him on FaceTime. We're going to announce the winner of the KMC wheel giveaway. KMC wheel, KS234. Crap, I forgot the name of them.
I totally blew it.
They're not grenades, because the ones we have in the studio are grenades. Those wheels are super cool. They remind me of those car racing wheels, like the Hockenheim wheels that
totally.
Momo used to make.
Yep.
So I love those wheels, man.
Like what was on every 510
yeah.
Datsun race car?
Old school?
Yeah.
Dude, so it'll be pretty cool to give those wheels away to one of you guys. I can't wait to see who wins that. So we're kind of going on that same theme of being gift-giving and loving for the holiday season.
And to the ones that followed the directions.
Yeah, well, hopefully they did follow directions. So we had a conversation with Zach earlier today that a lot of people don't follow the directions for these giveaways. So you got a really, really good chance of winning as long as you just stick to the directions. All you got to do is listen for 30 seconds, follow the directions, and you're out in 2 minutes, and you could possibly win a badass prize like this.
Yeah, and you bypass all of the others, all the hundreds of others.
You just go past all the 100 other people that entered, right?
Yep.
So you can get yourself a nice present under the Christmas tree, and you don't even have to pay for it. I can't forget, though. You guys got to pay attention tomorrow for the Rigid Industries raffle. So pay attention to the posts that we do on social media. Zach, feel free to call in anytime, man. If you're out there watching in internet land, and we'll get in touch with you. Oh, it looks like he's calling in right now. So let's get him on the big screen case. So yeah, like I said, we'll get you guys over here and list.
Did I blow it?
No, I think you're good. It's up here. I don't think FaceTime. There you go. You got to swipe right, dude.
Dang.
There you go. You got it. So
left-handed.
The studio. Oh, hey, look, it's Santa. He's just got a different color beard.
Yo, ho, ho, ho.
Nice.
He's just got a different color beard this year. 2020, man, making Santa have a different color beard, right?
Yeah, gotta work it as best as I can.
So welcome, Zach Jeffers of Side by Side Guys, to the show. We really appreciate you joining us, man. I know you've been feeling a little bit under the weather, but we thank you for joining us and hanging out and trying to give away some of these badass KMC wheels.
Yeah, we got some great things to give away here, and hopefully in the future we'll have some more giveaways to get everybody else involved as well.
Yeah, I think so too. So, Case, I don't know if you're familiar with like holiday gift guides. Like you can get them at the mall, you can get them anywhere, right? But Zach's been actually putting together this really cool holiday gift guide for side-by-side guys and off-road industry people, right? It has stuff like we submitted some UPR stuff for Jeff with GoPro mounts. We submitted some solder weld stuff, and he has I went to the website. He has a whole bunch, a list of people that are giving deals, like obviously Black Friday and all that stuff passed, but it's holiday deals, like all kinds of products that are just awesome for those stocking stuffers, everything. So
that's awesome.
Where can they see all that stuff, Zach?
Yeah, if you go to sidebysideguys.com, it's right there on the homepage, or you can go to sidebysideguys.link/
I'll just stick with the
2020 deals.
We'll stick with the sidebysideguys.com.
And you don't have to have your kid tugging on strangers for $5 for the catalog, right?
Exactly. That's so much easier. So definitely go check that out, because there's a bunch of good resources. In fact, I saw some of them on there that I was like, oh man, I've been wanting one of these. I'll take advantage of one of these deals. So,
and we're linking the page itself at the very top to the rigid giveaway as well. So if you happen to be poking around on our website, you can also link to the rigid giveaway for the UTV.
Oh, okay, cool. Right on. That's perfect. So, yeah, so check that out as well. All right, so if you guys are watching, or if you're not paying attention, you just apparently don't want to win any wheels, but if you're listening, hopefully you're going to win. So how many entries did we have? We had a couple hundred or so?
Yeah, we had hundreds of people joining into the game, and there was a large handful of those people that don't have attention spans past a few minutes, so they
so they didn't
forgot
follow
to
the
enter.
rules?
They didn't follow the rules correctly, but yeah, we went through and we had to kind of shuffle through all the entrants and figure out who actually submitted and who actually shared and who's following and all that kind of stuff. And but yeah, there's some people out there that are willing to put in some effort to get some $1,000 wheels.
Yeah, no doubt, man. And it's funny because like it's so easy. Like I still don't get it. Like how many cool products did we give away so far, Casey? Like it kind of turned me down, or turned me off. I was like, I kind of don't want to do any giveaways for a little bit.
Really?
Well,
Come
no, it's just because
on.
I know that the next person I click on is not going to be following the direction.
Yeah,
I'm like, dude, you guys got to step it up. Louis said, what's up, gents? How are you doing, Louis? All right, so let's get down to it, dude. Who do you think? How do you want to do this?
Well, so what I did is I took a list of those that I completed the steps required to follow the rules and passed a third grade. What was your are you smarter than a fourth grader thing?
Are you smarter than a third grader?
Yeah.
Yeah, they followed the rules, and then I got random.org up here, and basically it's going to choose a random number for me, and then that number in the list is who's going to walk away with some badass speed locks.
Let's click that green button. You got to here. We'll press it.
We need a drum roll. Do you got a drum roll sound on there?
Do you remember what the drum roll one is? Nope.
That's the drama.
We can just do the applause.
Nope.
Here you go.
Yeah, here we go. Perfect. There's too many buttons. I got to label them.
We had some ghetto labels
All right,
on there.
let's get this bad boy going.
All right, so we're running and spinning. It came back with a number 3. And number 3 is Brian at BSMEDZ_25. You just won a brand new set of KMC KS234 Attic 2 beadlock rims.
Dude.
Attic 2 beadlocks.
Attic 2
And what's the color again?
Dude, hell yeah, Brian.
Satin gray. Matches any colorway.
All right, Brian, that's cool. Zach, I don't know if you have access to Facebook right now, but maybe you could post his username on there so we could repeat it a couple times during the show. But stoked for you, Brian. That's awesome that you won those bad boys. So please DM either us or Zach at the Side by Side guys, or us at the Dirt Life Show, and we can get those things. We're going to need the make and model of your vehicle. We're going to need the size, and we'll get those things shipped out from KMC to you so you can get those bad boys.
And we need to know what size wheels he wants, because they can go either 14 or 15 inch.
Yeah, exactly. So we just need to get your vehicle details so that we can get you the setup that you want, bud. So congratulations, Brian. So what does it say, Case? BS Med?
At BS
Meds _25.
Yeah.
Man,
I think his last name is Mendez or something like that.
All right. So congratulations, Brian. Dude, we're stoked for you. Please, though, also, after you get them on, throw some pictures of that thing online and obviously tag us.
Send us some beauty shots.
Guys. Yeah, send us some beauty shots of that bad boy. And if you want to go the extra mile,
lights.
Put Christmas lights. We're talking like a blow-up doll on the top and get the whole Christmas theme going. If you really have to, you can either give Casey a buzz and ask him how to set up a little bit more electric stuff, or you can do what Cody was talking about and put an extra generator on your car as well.
Or tell Brian to make sure he turns the breaker on.
Yeah, turn the breaker on.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now I'm getting it. So Brian messed up?
No, he's the one that figured it out. He had to tell the electrician to turn on the breaker on.
Yeah. Figures, right? But thank you very much, Zach, for putting so much effort into this KMC contest. You did a great job, bud, so we really appreciate you doing all that stuff.
Yeah, shout out to KMC for stepping up with the package and allowing us the freedom to kind of do whatever we want and make sure that the community out there has the opportunity to win a badass wheel package. It's not every day you get to do a few simple clicks and be entered for a free set of wheels. So
no kidding.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, I kind of feel like when I saw them, I was like, dude, those things are sick. I kind of want them too.
Yeah, how do I enter?
Yeah, Zach and I are like automatically de-entered, so we can't win those bad boys. Hey, but like I said,
I thought about creating a few Instagram accounts just to see if I could sneak a few in there.
Yeah, exactly. Well, KMC makes awesome products, so thank you very much, Ryan, and Ryan over at EFX Wheels or EFX Tires too. So we really appreciate all those guys' support and supporting you guys in the community, because that's what it's all about. So, hey, one thing I wanted to talk to you about before we hang up is this whole challenge with the Pocky chips. Dude. Oh, look, Case, there it is. He's got it right there.
Oh my gosh, that's scary.
See, it's in a little coffin.
There's no chance I would test that out.
So I had a couple questions because I've been pretty nervous about this for the last couple weeks, and people have been asking me about it, and I'm like, shit, man, like if it comes down to it, I don't know what I'm going to be able to do. It's a Carolina Reaper chip, though, right?
It's actually a number of different things, but yeah, there is Carolina Reaper, Scorpion Pepper. Those are the two main peppers. There's Szechuan.
Oh God.
A whole bunch of different ones, but Carolina Reaper and Scorpion. The Scorpion's what is the one that kills you. The Carolina Reaper just burns. The Scorpion Pepper feels like knives in your mouth. So
that's a perfect visual. No thanks.
Yeah, I don't know. If it was a COVID killer, we'd have a bunch of people eating these things.
So what do you chase it with?
Well, maybe I'll just take one and find out.
Yeah, exactly.
What are you gonna be ready to chase it with? Milk?
I'm gonna probably go Diet Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, that's a fun one. Everyone's a little bit different on how their mouth handles it. So
a sweet one.
Do you think you could what would you do?
I won't do it.
Would you even smell it?
I might do it for those wheels.
That's what we should do.
Well, we can get you an extra one and just crush it up like you do in the bag of Doritos at the end.
Yeah,
to last a little bit, and you crumple it all up, and you can just take a little piece.
Dude,
yeah, there you go.
That's actually a good thing you bring up. Like maybe I should go down to Wheel Pros when I move to California, bring a Pocky chip, and then whoever's the first one that in the shop that eats it gets a free set of wheels.
Perfect.
That sounds like a good deal to me.
Oh my God, there would be so many people showing up though. Holy cow. Well, so yeah, I'm a little bit scared of this thing now, but I wanted to bring it up again because I really want to see which one of our listeners wants to do the challenge with us. Do you want it to be one of your listeners or the Dirt Life Show listeners? Because I think it would be, or maybe we could break my chip in half.
No, just no lawyers. No lawyers.
There's no. I think that if there's people from both camps that want to participate, we can ship them out. We can ship it out an extra one.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. So if you guys want to participate in this freaking death match with us, please let us know. All right, Zach. Well, we appreciate it, man. You're already in the holiday spirit, so happy holidays to you and your family, dude.
Hey, you guys take care. Keep on doing what you're doing. Congrats on the move, and I hope it works out for everything as much as you want it to. And can't wait to see what partnerships and guests you can have on the show with that change. So big shout out to the family, all supporting everything, and best wishes to you, and happy holidays and Merry Christmas to everyone over there.
Thanks, man. Hey, don't think you're getting off easy just because I'm moving. Doesn't mean I'm not going to call you for all these help with technical stuff. So
yeah.
All right, Zach. Thanks so much, homie.
# hot chip.
Yeah, exactly.
Peace.
All right, see ya. All right, that's cool. So, Brian, hopefully you can chime in and go on to one of our social media accounts on the Dirt Life Show or at the Side by Side guys, and yeah, and you can get your wheels shipped out to you. All right, so we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with Pleasant Cook. We'll be right back.
Hello, I'm Justin, the founder of Shock Therapy. Shock Therapy has been around for 5 years, but we have personally been tuning suspension on off-road cars and race vehicles for over 25 years. We tune between 10 and 15 cars per day, every single day of the week. Our concentration is tuning shock systems and supplying components that improve the ride quality of your car in many ways. Not only do we work on the average UTV, but we also tune suspension for race teams and professional drivers. We currently tune for over 87 race teams in Best in Desert and Score. Our clients and race teams rely on our suspension components to allow them to win races and keep them safe. Suspension is a moving target, and we are always trying to hit that target with every customer that we work with. Each customer's needs can be different, and we tune our kits accordingly. Our research and development never stops. We improve our components every single day. As the industry evolves and improves, so do our parts and kits. As of right now, we have over 100 products for UTVs. So when you bring your car to us, you have the satisfaction of knowing that you have the most experience, the highest quality products, and the fact that your car is being tuned specifically to you.
Zollinger Racing builds the best aftermarket products available. Products for your UTV or snowmobile, including billet radius rods, billet tie rods, billet steering knuckles, billet steering racks, alternator kits, and much more. All manufactured in the United States in-house at their headquarters in Nibley, Utah. Travis Zollinger and his team test in some of the most brutal conditions, racing in places like the Best in the Desert Mint 400, Ultra 4 King of the Hammers, UTV World Championships, and many more. Visit ZollingerRacingProducts.com and use the code DIRTLIFE to get 10% off your next purchase, and join us on social media at Zollinger Racing Products to see our products in action. Zollinger Racing, the best products, period. Yeah, finally, we got Lance from Solderweld in the studio. Thanks for coming down, bud. Hey, why don't we just record a commercial now?
Yeah, why not? So good to be here, man. It's been a lot. I've been trying to get down here forever, and I wanted to talk about the off-road kit.
Dude, I love those things. I got it in my pack.
Yeah, we're running hundreds of vehicles now running them, whether it's a UTV or some guy's got it in a backpack on his motocross. He's got everything he needs to make a fix right there on the fly, out on the trail, or in the desert, whatever it is.
Well, since I've already used one, I kind of know what to use it for, but explain what it does.
All right, so let's pull one out real quick. You've got your aluminum rods. Remember, they're rods, right? So, light torch, small torch. You can throw it in there or throw it on the rig with your flux. It decontaminates and cleans like let's say a radiator. You get a random rock chip runs through as you're racing. You get a rock chip in a radiator. You got to fix it right there, or you're out of the race.
You can patch it up
instead of patch it up. It's all good to go.
Yep, just like welding.
Yeah. Also, as well with that, you've got a brake line fix. So with your flux, you can fix a brake line, stainless steel, and then your hot block heat absorption putty. So it keeps you from getting burned, number one, as well as keeps the heat from traveling. So it's really really nice.
I've used this not even to fix anything, so that stuff works so good, man.
Listen, it's easy. It straps in nicely so that you have everything you need in one little place, and you don't have to carry a big bag in the
It's like a first aid kit for your vehicle.
Yeah, chase trucks have it as well, so that if they need to make a fix on the fly, they can get it done and get it done quick and get you back in the race.
Dude, those things are so cool. All right, so it's at Solderweld on Instagram, Facebook, and solderweld.com.
Awesome.
All right, thanks, bud.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, welcome back to episode 67 of the Dirt Life Show. We are so excited to introduce our featured guest for tonight, Pleasant Cook, also known as 4x4 Barbie. Man, she does so much cool stuff. Pleasant has done all kinds of crazy little mini monster truck builds. She does builds for, we'll call them regular size vehicles, but she's just some badass builds for full-on diesel trucks, the whole nine, man. And now she's getting into side-by-side racing. I think she's done it for a couple years now, but we'd like to welcome Pleasant Cook, 4x4 Barbie, to the show. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How about you guys?
We're doing awesome tonight. You look awesome.
Thanks. New hair. Just got it done. Fresh done today.
Nice. You just got your hair did. It's looking all shiny.
Oh, yeah. It's like super sparkly in my light right now. It's great.
Nice. Well,
no more blonde Barbie. I'm back to gray.
Hey, so before we even get into that, what was the reason that that you ended up, choosing Barbie as your screen name?
So random story. I just had a cool Barbie hoodie I wore one time, and I posted a picture of it on my Instagram back when I had maybe 10,000 followers, maybe 5,000. It wasn't very many. And one of my Instagram followers actually commented and said, "Hey, you're like the 4x4 Barbie." And I'm like, "Oh, that's kind of cool." It kind of just stuck around. I just kind of liked it, and ended up changing my name a couple months after that, and kind of went from there.
Nice. That's pretty cool. Was that around the same time where you were posting pictures of badass builds and stuff that you'd done?
Yeah. So that was around whenever I got my first truck when I was 15, whenever I first downloaded Instagram, which, by the way, I thought it was the dumbest thing ever. I thought Instagram was hilarious. Why would I want to see pictures of people's lives? It just didn't make sense to me. I was so confused. But, yeah, I was the last one of my friends to get it. And then I post my trucks on there, and that was about it. And, yeah, it's kind of where it all started.
I know. Here you are with basically showing your builds to everybody now. That's pretty sweet, man.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's definitely different.
Hey, what even got you into doing that kind of stuff? So where did you grow up to be able to, I don't know, start living your dirt life or mud life, we'll call it?
So I grew up in Missouri, a very small town, southern Missouri. My dad was very into the lifted truck scene and stuff like that back in the day. And he had a big lifted F-150 on 44s, and he kind of brought that to different truck shows and stuff. And I was the little boy he never had, so I just kind of tagged along and got to go to the monster truck shows and get little toy monster trucks. And I was always riding his spoiler with him and just kind of enjoying everything he did.
That's pretty cool. Do you remember when we had those little monster trucks, Casey? You play with those when we were kids?
The little stompers?
Yeah, they're little tiny ones. They were Hot Wheels size, but they had the big tires.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
I do, and there was that one, the white one, USA one.
I still have some of those.
The USA one.
USA
that was
one.
yeah, I had a Jeep one. I remember the Jeep one. Did you have those kind of little toys too?
Oh, I had them all growing up. I had the big Gravedigger, the RC car, and I was just trying to run over whatever I could in my backyard, chasing my dog with it. I'm ooh, we're gonna get him.
Nice. That's pretty cool. A bunch of our audience members and stuff, they all love RC cars, so that's pretty sweet.
Oh yeah, I was a big RC nerd.
Hey, so what was your favorite monster truck growing up?
Okay, so growing up, I loved Bigfoot, but then I remember going to a monster truck show one day and seeing Miss Bigfoot, and it
Nice.
blew my mind.
Wasn't that the
I seen a
light blue
girl
one?
driving.
They had a Miss Bigfoot?
It was the light blue one, right?
No,
the light blue one,
Yeah.
pink lettering.
Yep.
Amber Walker, she actually drove it. Now she does side by sides.
How
Oh,
did
that's
I
cool.
never see this, dude? This is
I don't know.
I remember Bigfoot like nobody's business, but I only remember Bigfoot and Gravedigger pretty much.
Those were the two standouts because you had all the Bigfoots, and then there was that. Remember the 16, that big giant crazy looking wheeled one.
I love that thing. That's like my favorite truck.
The space wheels or whatever?
Exactly. And then there was Miss Bigfoot, and then the rest were just Bigfoot. But those are like the three that like the iconic ones.
Hey, so we're obviously not talking about her switching her side-by-side career, but you're kind of doing the same thing too. But let's stick with what we're talking about now. So you were like, oh, okay, well, actually, we got to like tell her this. So low key.
I know the answer, by the way.
Oh, you do?
For the rapid fire.
Oh, you already know it?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, so low key, I'm like pretty obsessed with monster trucks. I mean, I've been a professional side-by-side racer. I've been a professional dirt bike racer, but low key, I'm like pretty obsessed with monster trucks. And in fact, next week, our featured guest is Todd LeDuc.
Really? You're gonna tell him I said hi. He's like one of my friends.
Yeah, so we're gonna go up and the guys at Shock Therapy are a supporter of the show, so we're gonna go up to Phoenix and hang out with him at the shop because he lives up in Phoenix. So it'll be pretty fun to talk with him. And actually, maybe you can answer this, but how the heck does he not break his back sending it so far in that dang truck?
We have really good seats. They're very similar to the, pretty much the same ones in the like side-by-sides, like the big, like full helmet cover. Like it holds you in there. You can't move. Like worse than side-by-sides. You can't move your head. You can't move your body. You can't move anything. And they tighten you down to where the point you're uncomfortable.
Is there a shock or anything there to like support?
Yeah.
I know some trucks do. I don't know what Feld use exactly. I know a lot of independents don't. They just have like normal seats in there. But I drove a full size one time in Canada actually, and it doesn't hurt like you would think. Like it doesn't hurt. Like you just kind of like just bounce with the truck.
I guess, yeah. So it's like riding a rough roller coaster. Yeah, like that's what people that's what people would say, and you can also get along with this, but like people would tell us like, how do you not hurt yourself jumping so far in a side-by-side? Because we jump like and in fact in Missouri at Wheatland, we were jumping 150, 200 feet in the side-by-sides and stuff like that. Like and it doesn't hurt when you land as long as you land properly.
Yeah, well, it's all to do with shocks, and the same thing with monster trucks. Depending on the shocks that you have and the setup and everything, that makes or breaks you.
So you started out with like little mini monster trucks then? Obviously you started out being a little kid and going with your dad and stuff, but like what was the next level that you got to like to get you hooked into this whole dirt life?
So for like the minis and stuff, I literally just like woke up one day and I'm like, Dad, like I don't know what we have to do, but like this is what I want to do. Like I'm like this is what I want to do in my life. This is where I want to go. And then we ended up we found another team or whatever that we could work with, and my dad ended up just buying one of the mini monster trucks for ourselves, and I kind of started going off on my own, and that's where I got one of my first sponsors, and they kind of pushed me more into the deserty, like more of the off-road scene. Like they brought me to Torque Offroad, they brought me to Baja, like they kind of pushed it on me, but I'm extremely glad that they did. It was so much fun, and it kind of pushed more of a like competition, I guess, to what I do. With the mini monster trucks, there's not really much of a competition, so it brought that side out of me. That's
pretty cool that they did all that for you. So have you seen these mini monster trucks he's talking about?
I have.
So it's kind of like a Pro 2 or a Pro 4, but then they have the mod carts and stuff. They're
same idea.
So smaller, but they still have massive tires.
Yeah.
Like
totally.
They still got big tires. They're super cool looking.
Are those motorcycle engines?
Yeah, what engines do they have in those?
So it's a Honda 4-cylinder. This little like Civic car motor.
Okay.
Instead of going to like the 2 tires, it actually turns and it goes to the 2 axles.
Nice.
Dang, that's pretty sweet. So you got to like figure out all of this. Clearly, she's pretty smart in the mechanical world too. So you got to figure all this stuff out at a pretty young age, huh?
Yeah. Even just like learning the basics of like what to tell people and stuff like that. I mean, you kind of had to just know your car. But yeah, I think I started whenever I was around 14, 15, so
nice. That's pretty cool.
Been doing this for a bit now.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. How old are you now?
I'm 22.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so you got a little bit of years under your belt. Hey, so we had Sherry Cook, you know her. She said her chiropractor told her that her back is like an 80-year-old woman.
My chiropractor doesn't like my job.
That's okay, though. I don't think the two guys that you're talking to right here really, well, we care about what doctors say, but we didn't when we were younger, so.
Same. I like walk in there, he's like, I get like the little x-ray in my back. I'm like, it kind of hurts right here. And he's like, what do you do? Like, what happens?
And you're like,
I'm
hey,
like,
I'm
well,
paying you.
I kind of wreck for a living.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy,
No,
though,
I'm
right?
trying not to wreck for a living.
You're like, I'll stop when it hurts a little bit more.
Exactly. When I can't sit up, then I might think about quitting.
Okay, Mom, cover your ears. She didn't say that. So
Mom's like, go out there, you're fine.
hey, so
Have some
actually
dirt in it.
we have we put up a little Instagram thing saying for people to submit questions, but I also had some people just give us comments about certain things that happened with with you when you were younger and stuff. And one of our buddies, Chris Ridgway, he's a professional motocross racer that we grew up idolizing.
Okay.
And so Chris Ridgway told us today that he actually took you for a ride in his race car when you were younger. And
Really? Was it Ultra 4?
yeah,
I remember him.
yeah. So I don't know
Yeah.
if at the time did he right now he's amputated his ankle, but I don't know if that was the same time frame, if he had driven the car with both legs or just one leg by then.
Yeah, actually, he was amputated because I remember that. It was at a show in Indiana, actually. It was a monster truck show / Ultra 4 race, and that's kind of the race I met, like, the Campbells. I got to meet Derek West. I got to meet all of them people, and I got to meet him. And it was just, he took me for a ride, and that thing was unreal. Like, that's a whole nother level of, like, racing.
They're pretty badass,
It's a whole nother
right?
level of vehicles.
Yeah.
What was that?
It was a 4400 truck.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, those things are super, super cool. But one of the funniest things that I caught in that message, and Casey thought it was pretty funny too, is we think he might have had a little crush on your mom. That's why you got to get a ride.
Oh, my God. Oh, God. He doesn't know her.
Yeah, he doesn't
She's
know,
a little
right?
psycho.
That was pretty funny. Like, so I was like, got to give Chris some shit. But I thought that was pretty cool that it's so crazy. Like, we always talk about it, like how all of these different worlds come full circle no matter what, because everybody knows everybody, right?
It's crazy how that worked. Like, I honestly didn't expect to even meet any of these people at a monster truck show in a dirt, like, it was like a mud park in Indiana. But yeah, it's blows my mind.
But your paths crossed or whatever, right? Ask her why her dad won't ride with her. Uh-oh. That sounds like a pretty bad one.
So back up to the sponsor bringing me to Baja. I got to go ride in like the little buggies or whatever. I can't remember what they're called, but it's a certain class for like the Baja 1000 that they race. And I actually got to drive a couple of those with the wide open excursion. And my dad went with me, and it was a lot of fun. Like, we were having a good time, and we were doing great. My dad got to ride with me for a little bit, and we never really ride with each other. We butt heads too much, but he got in the passenger seat, and I might have accidentally got too close to an edge, and it might have kept going off the edge.
Oh,
so
no.
I was teeter-tottering on an edge of a cliff for a little bit there, and he immediately gets out and, like, leaves me in the car, and he's like, you're fine. Like, just don't move. And I'm like, okay.
Just don't move.
There's, like, a video of me just, like, sitting on my head, like, popped out the side, like, hey, like,
That's like one of
what
those
do I do
movies.
now?
Like the Roadrunner and the,
Yeah, where he's teeter-tottering on the edge cliff. Yeah, like go to those cartoons.
and the fly comes.
Yeah, it like lands on the
Yeah.
front.
Totally.
How did you get it back so it didn't tip over the other way?
So it was more like this, like the two like side tires, like the driver's side tires was on like the regular land, and then the other ones were kind of like hanging off.
You know, the regular land.
So when your dad dipped
like,
out,
normal
he like
people do it.
No,
so when your
totally.
dad dipped out, he like jumped off the cliff?
It had just a little bit of an incline, enough
okay.
to work. Enough to work with it, okay?
So
But
he just dips out and then comes
was
around to
sketchy.
the other side and is like, "Oh, you're good."
Yeah, he's like filming me with his phone as I'm like sitting in the side of this car. And he's like, "Yeah, you're fine. He's like radioing into the guys ahead of us, and he goes, "Let me get out and look." And then the guys behind us are like, No, you need to come back and help them. Like, it's pretty bad.
That's hilarious. What was the mistake?
We ended up like sitting.
Did you learn
We
from
ended
your
up like sitting for like an hour.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just to like try and get it back up. We had like ratchet straps, like trying to pull the car slowly our way, and it took a good hour to get it back.
Holy smokes, man. That's a rescue mission and a half. Did you learn from your mistake?
I did. If you see a rock on a corner, just hit it. Don't try and avoid it.
Nice.
Just go right for it, okay? It's fine. It's fine.
That's perfect. So I guess that kind of is like the whole NASCAR thing, just drive through the smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you see the smoke, just drive straight through it.
Yeah.
So we got introduced. Well, actually, you brought it to my attention that we'd actually met before at the UTV World Championship. We got, I guess, formally introduced through Jimmy Moore, one of my buddies, lives up in Reno. Well, actually, I think he lives. Where I forgot now, North Dakota or something. But anyways, so Jimmy had you actually like do some fun stuff with their team, right? Did you get to co-drive with all the boys?
Yeah, so I got to co-drive with Jimmy Jr., his first driving race. I got to co-drive with him. So that was a lot of fun.
What race was it again? Was it Vegas to Reno?
That one was, the Mint 400, I believe.
Oh, okay, cool.
It was the one that I got to ride with Jimmy Jr. And then I rode with Jimmy on the Vegas to Reno.
Oh, so you got to do it twice.
Yep. Yeah, I got to co-drive twice. It was a lot of
Those
fun.
sons of guns, man. That's twice more than I got to drive in that car.
That sounds awesome. Hey, Joey, how's it going? Joey Showers, how you doing, buddy?
That's pretty cool. How'd you like it? Was it your first time going on a desert race? Or had you been in a side-by-side?
First time. Well, first time for the desert racing. Like, I did the short course racing every once in a while, or still did the short course racing, and then got that opportunity to go with them and hopped on that deal. It was a lot of fun.
What do you think about the
Definitely
difference?
different.
Yeah, I was going to say, what do you think about because they also drive a Yamaha, and she drives a Polaris now, but what do you think about the whole, because it's a way different game. You're in the desert, you're in a different car, it sounds different, like it shifts different, it handles different, like there's maybe more competition, less competition. Like, I always wonder what people think when they get in the seat.
I mean, I think the most different thing for me was just like, I mean, honestly, in the short course car, you don't pee your pants. In the desert car, you kind of have to.
We were just talking about
That's what kind of got me. I heard you guys talking about that earlier, and I was like, you know what? They're not lying. They're true. That's a true story right there.
So
I was like so focused on my little jobs that like I didn't even I was like focused on that and then like peeing and then like not dying.
So we'll get into like what you got going on for the 2021 and in the future and stuff. But a little side tip: Sarah Price can give you some fantastic powders, lotions, and things like that to help with all of these girl desert racing tricks.
Oh yeah, she's awesome. I'm pretty good friends with her. I like to say I've met her a couple of times and
She's a really
awesome.
good person, and she's a really good wealth of knowledge too, especially for the girls. But she's just a fantastic racer in general. Okay, so when we met at the UTV World Championships, you were with another guest of our show, Zach Martin. He's an all around badass too, man. So you know a lot of the same guys that we know.
Yeah, I always like to say all my friends are cool. I might not be cool, but I know all the cool friends.
Nice. That's funny.
It's like, I'm really good friends with Todd LeDuc. I'm like, I know all the monster truck drivers. They're cool. I mean, all the big racers. I'm friends with them all. I'm just not doing it yet, but I'm working on it.
So that's cool by proxy.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool by association.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
Next week when we have Todd on the show, you're gonna have to chime in and be like comment in on Facebook or call in and tell us a secret about him, like a funny story.
Oh, I gotcha. I mentioned like how I didn't see him at a monster truck show this year, just at the little races and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So we had another question come in from Ian, who works at Full Throttle Battery at the UTV Overlander. He wanted to know, and this is something very, very specific that Casey and I both had a lot of interest in. You went on the Transamerica Trail all the way across the country in a side-by-side. Yep. And before you tell us how it was, Casey and I don't know if he's going to do the whole thing, but one of my goals is to ride I have some injuries, but it's to ride a dirt bike, a dual sport bike, from Oregon to South Carolina on the Trans-America Trail and raise over a span of 5 years $1 million for Red Bull Wings for Life to help spinal cord injuries. So we want to do something very similar to what you did. And man, I'm probably going to be blowing up your phone asking questions and stuff when we do it. But you went all the way across the country in a side-by-side.
Is it going to be like, was I supposed to take a right at the dead old tree?
Dude, I'll just ask her. I'll just
That's
call
what I
her
mean.
up
That's
every
what you're gonna
time.
be calling her.
What was that?
He's going to ask you, was I supposed to take a right at the dead oak tree, or was it a left?
Oh yeah. So that one spot, I'm like, there was tons of spots. All right.
yeah, exactly.
Just keep going straight. I mean,
Aim for the rock.
where's the sun like going right now in the air? Let's
Right.
just follow that way.
So how was it?
Yeah, no, it was a crazy experience. And like, if you ever need anybody to like go with you, like, hit me up. I would do it again in a heartbeat.
Really? It's that good?
Oh my God, I loved it. Like, it's a lot on you. We did ours 29 days straight, so like no breaks, just driving every single day. But it's like,
But there was bathrooms.
it's different terrain.
But there was
What was that?
But there was bathrooms though.
No.
Yes.
There's bathrooms.
Sometimes.
Oh, I see what you're
no,
saying.
I mean, yeah, it's not a desert
Yeah.
race.
There was no
Yes,
catheters
yeah.
involved?
Yes. No catheters.
There's some bathrooms you still have to, like bring your toilet paper just in case. You got to go in the
Right.
woods somewhere. But I mean,
But you can get
it's
out.
better than like full on. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not racing across the country?
Yeah.
That's
exactly.
kind of what it did
No.
sound. Now that I get what you're saying, it kind of did sound like she was just racing across the country, like
Right.
endurance style.
Totally.
I mean, it kind of felt like it during the time. Like, can we stop and like look over here? No. Okay.
Nope. Cannonball run.
Hey, so
Can't
who'd you
do
go
it.
with? I think you went with Shayna Lester and then Hubert Rowland, right?
Yep. Shayna, Hubert, and then the guy who races for Red Bull,
Oh, I thought you guys only had 3 people. Who else was it?
Steve McCann.
Oh, okay. Nice. You guys had a
He
good
got come
crew.
out for us. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. A bunch of people even came out and like we met Travis Pastrana along the way. Actually, I got to drift with Travis Pastrana with his car in front, me in the back, and then I got to jump railroad tracks with him. So I was very, very proud of that day.
Sounds cool.
Nice. That's cool. You better got video of all that.
Oh, I got videos, pictures. I got like an autograph on my phone.
You got a whole album of everything?
I was very excited.
Hey, so what about, well, you can tell us a little bit more about your trip, but are there rendezvous points? Like, let's just say Casey doesn't want to do the whole trail and he wants to just, like, meet up in Utah or something. Are there rendezvous points where people can just, like, come in and hang out?
Strawberry rendezvous?
Yeah, strawberry
Yeah,
rendezvous.
So, I mean, as long as you can get, like, a, like, rental car, you can pretty much stop anywhere along. Like, we kind of had it spaced out, too, to where every time we stopped, we were able to stay at a hotel. And that way we wouldn't be like, because you can stay on like campgrounds and stuff. And I mean, honestly, I think that would have been kind of fun to stay at some of the campgrounds. But yeah, we actually had quite a few people meet us like along the way.
See, that's perfect.
So,
Dude, I'm not joking. I'm going to be blowing up your phone when we go to do it. Like, I have all the roll charts. I have all the GPS files, and I've pretty much mapped it all out. But we're going to do kind of the same thing that you did. We're going to stay at hotels every night, but we're going
to bed. I'm too old.
Yeah, way too old. My back is like, my chiropractor tells me I got to sleep in a bed. But yeah, so we're going to do a ride day and then a press day. So we're going to stop at a dealership the next day, and then we'll stop at the hotel and we'll do like some fun stuff. Maybe we'll do a show every other day or something. But it'll be pretty cool because you can tell me like all the hotels and different places that you guys stopped at too.
oh, I got it. I still have the full camera roll on my phone, so I can tell you like every single hotel we stayed at and like just everything. Just so you know, we might want to bring a sleeping bag just to like put on the hotel beds. Some of them.
Some of them were pretty dingy.
Bring your own carpet.
Oh, we
those
stayed
kind.
in some places. Let me tell you.
Tyrone, what's up, buddy?
Oh man, yeah. Bring your, like Casey just said, bring your own carpet to the hotel.
So we grew up
Well, the
racing
worst
too,
one is,
so
like-
we've been there
Oh yeah.
with the bring your own carpets.
So the worst one though is called like a Country Inn. And I'm like, or Country Inn and Suite. So I'm like, oh, Country Inn and Suites. That's like a good place. They have good cookies. Like, I'm all pumped about this hotel. We pull up, and it's like one of those little like 3-room motels. They're like sketchy. And I'm like, oh my, I'm like breathing heavy. I'm like, what?
Like the Hills Have Eyes kind of hotel.
Oh, a couple of them were.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
They're free. If
We
you
had a
can
cop like
make
stop
it.
and be like, "Hey, be careful here." I'm like, okay.
They give you, if you survive the night, they give you a refund the next day.
That's where the cookie comes. You get the cookie.
Yeah. Okay, so we had John Melvin just chimed in and said, ask her on the route if there is any taco shops to stop at.
There better be.
Some taco shops.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of an inside joke, like, for all of us. So pretty much I'm addicted to tacos. Like, we'll go ahead and say that. Like, even if somebody asked me if I wanted to be a heroin addict, I probably would just choose tacos anyways.
Well, let's put it this way. What was the first meal that you had blended?
Tacos.
Tacos.
Yeah. So I
threw a straw.
Yeah. So I had a bad injury at the UTV World Championship, and I had my jaw wired shut and stuff. And so I blended tacos and just ate them through a syringe. It was pretty gnarly.
It's a little rough, but I mean, I guess if that's what you're craving, that's what you're craving.
And so today as well, for lunch, I had a couple Jack in the Box tacos because I was running around, and then Casey and I had some carne asada tacos for dinner.
Round 2.
Yeah. So,
Nice.
but John is a fellow Arizonan that lives up in Phoenix. He actually has a really awesome paint shop. So he did like Craig Scanlon's paint job for, I think, Luda and like a few other. Yeah, he does a lot of razor stuff. You should check out his Instagram because he has a razor that he just painted that's full like I don't know what color it's called, but it's like a candy apple, like super glow or sparkly. It's just so freaking awesome the way that he does these cars. But anyways, you could even have yours painted pink if you wanted to.
Oh, that'd be awesome. I prefer what's it, Racing Raspberry.
Racing Raspberry?
Yep, that's my color.
Dude, she would be good friends with Robert Bland in the Strawberry Rendezvous.
Strawberry Rendezvous.
So we're going to ask you a question in the rapid fire later, but Strawberry Rendezvous has come up in that one, so we'll make fun of Robert a little bit there later. But yes, so going across the whole United States, you said you guys did it in 29 days, but like how intense was that? Because that sounds like, to me, it sounds like a long time, right? And when we planned it out, I think it was 38 days or something. That sounds like you guys did it like spaced out a little bit, but now you're kind of confusing me because you said you were hauling ass.
So, I mean, we did, like, it wasn't, like, super bad. I mean, we drove, like, and then we got up around, like, 7, kind of try to be in the cars by, like, 8 or 9, and then we drive until, we would always make sure we get there before the sun goes down. Like, we would always be there, I think one trip, we had to go, or not really accidentally, but we had our lights on, we had our light bars on, stuff like that, driving through the night, but, it wasn't really that bad.
That's actually a good.
I can't remember the exact amount of miles, but it wasn't bad.
Goals. Yeah, that's cool.
So make sure that you make it before, because that's like unsafe when it's at nighttime.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool to go on night
but
rides
you're
with
out
the dudes,
where you've never been.
Yeah.
Makes total sense.
Some places a little sketchy. I mean, there was a lot of cliffs that I was staying away from, and at night.
Especially with your phobia of trying to fall off.
With my phobia.
The phobia and wanting to make sure that you look at the hotel before you get to the country inn.
She hit every rock.
Yeah,
when there
Google
was
everything first.
Tyrone had 6 tacos today. I'm jealous, buddy. El Pastor and carne asada.
Dang, he went full tilt. Hey, so is there any good taco places up in Minnesota? I wouldn't think so.
Taco Bell.
I mean, we have a couple places, but I mean, it's nothing like street tacos from like Arizona or like California. Like, you can't even get burritos that good. Like, it's whatever.
So we did a race.
Or sushi.
Yeah, there you go. I've been actually craving sushi lately, so I want to go when we get to California. We had a funny story. So we were racing at Loretta Lynn's Dude Ranch in Tennessee as amateurs, and when we went out there, we stopped at I don't know what it was called, but it was a Mexican restaurant, and I ordered like what a cheese crisp is, right? It's just cheese and a tortilla, and it's just it's melted. And so I asked the lady for a cheese crisp, and she's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And I was like, just a tortilla with cheese on it. And she came out with like this puffy pita bread thing that she put in the thing, and she dumped nacho cheese all over it. So it was just soggy, like, she may as well have made a grilled cheese with nacho cheese. I was like, dude.
Oh,
so,
she tried. She really tried.
She did.
Yeah, she really did. She actually did. But, actually, I even have a funnier story about Missouri now. So we're talking about.
I'm sorry.
We're talking about tacos. When we went to Missouri, like we went into, it was basically like just a steel building, and it was in Wheatland,
Yeah.
Missouri. And we went in a steel building, and they're like, yeah, tacos for $1 because it was Tuesday. So we're like, hell yes, like we're going to get tacos. So we go in there, and we sit down, and I ask the lady, I go, what kind of tacos do you have? And she's like, what do you mean?
What kind
She's
are
like,
there?
we have tacos. And I was like, yeah, are they like what kind? Are they like chicken? Are they beef? Like shredded beef? Like what kind are they? And she's like, no, they're just tacos.
Hamburger Helper.
Yeah, and all it was
Hard shell.
well, it was just the store-bought shells. And I'm not bagging on how she made the tacos. I'm just more concerned that she didn't know there was other types of tacos.
Nice.
And so I was like, dude, we got to get this lady out to go somewhere to learn that there's like other flavors of tacos.
Poor thing, she has no idea.
Oh, like the first time I got like tacos in California and Arizona, I'm like, I'm trying to read it. I'm like, what's carne asada? I'm like, what is like you said, we have like one kind of tacos. That's it. Like we have ground beef.
The ones
That's
that
our
come in a
tacos.
kit,
Yeah, they come in a little kit.
with a
Yeah.
kit.
Yeah, exactly.
ready to run.
What was your
So I come
favorite
back
one
over
when
here,
you?
I'm like, I want carne asada ones, and they're like, what's carne asada? I'm like, oh, it's the stuff.
Dude, so
It's
you're
good
basically like in Missouri, like you're the taco genius. You can like start spreading taco love everywhere.
I could. I mean, it's a demand, I guess. It really is.
It's good to have a good taco IQ for sure.
The taco IQ.
Definitely. It'll get you places.
All right, so let's get back to the serious stuff. So it's pretty cool that you kind of started racing and doing all of these mechanical things at such a young age, because that's not easy to do. Like most 14-year-olds want to go play with their friends and, or girls play with dolls, whatever it is, right? Like, so you're out there actually like starting to really enjoy something that could potentially be a career. Like, how did it feel when you were learning all this stuff?
It was really just unreal. Like, even just getting out after the shows and stuff, and like meeting the fans and like meeting all those little girls who, like, I mean, just like me, I'd never seen a girl drive until I'd seen Miss Bigfoot. And then these girls have never seen a girl drive until they've seen me. And it's like really making that impact in their life, just kind of, I don't know, just kind of made everything worth it. Like missing the birthday parties, missing hanging out with friends, like all through high school, like not getting to go to the parties, not getting to go to like the basketball games and stuff. And not really like, I was never like a cheerleader. I never played sports. I never was able to do any of that because I was gone every weekend. And I mean, but it was such an unreal thing to be able to have the opportunity to even be able to do that and to just live my dream at such a young age.
That's exactly the way that, I mean, dude, it goes back to exactly why we started this show. Like, we grew up the same way. Like, there wasn't paved roads where we grew up. So, like, it was pretty cool to see that we had the same ambition and you have the same ambition, and all of these other people that are watching the show have that same thing because they all grew up doing, maybe not spending as much time with their family and friends. Like, they were always busy doing this stuff. But in the end, like, look at you now. Like, how much stuff have you learned over the years that some people may not learn in their whole lifetime?
Yeah, exactly. And it's unreal. And especially like even now, I'm still like, I mean, 22 is still technically a young age. I feel like I'm so old. It's like, it's just, I don't know how to explain it really. Like,
well,
even with like the racing racers and stuff, and you meet people that have never even heard of this stuff before, and just trying to explain to them things, and they're like, that's so cool. Like, I want to get into this. I'm like, well, I mean, you got to be kind of small to fit in a mini monster truck, but
yeah,
go live your dreams.
That's actually a good point, though, that she brings up. And well, I'm going to feel old saying this, but like, you've heard other people say you're mature for your age, right? But that's like a relative term. It's like, no, I just grew up learning stuff.
Yeah,
like,
it's more like a season. She's seasoned at it.
At doing those certain things, right? Like, we may not be like building rockets out here, but we know these certain things. Like, so it's super cool to have that same common interest. I think it's fantastic that you did that. And not only that, but like, a lot of guys might not even know that much too. Being a girl is like, gives it that much more prestige, I guess you could say.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting, especially like when you meet people that, like I sell lift kits and tires and wheels like on the side for like a fun gig, and it's so fun to see people too like message me and like they're not really sure what they have, and it's kind of that's something that I've learned over the years too, that I'm like, oh no, like this is what it is, and like, you know more about this stuff than I do. I'm like,
yeah, you gotta probably tread you gotta probably tread lightly though, right? Because you don't want like people thinking that you're too smart for their.
Exactly.
Especially the guys that need the real big, tall lift.
Well, I could see that though. Like I could see well, let's just say somebody messages her on social media or something, like, and she comes back and she's like, "Oh, you just get this, this, and this," and they're like, "Oh shit! Like, what do I do now? Like, I feel threatened." You know?
Cool.
So that is pretty sweet though, man. So next time I get something and I need a lift kit, I'm hitting you up because I don't know crap about them.
You got me. I got you. Best deals in the house.
There you go.
Sweet. All right. So you started working on, we'll call them these mini monster trucks. You started doing these custom builds and for, just full-size trucks. What was your favorite custom build that you've done so far?
I really liked my Ford that I built 2 years ago. Its name was Candy.
What was it, an F-250?
Everybody thought it was Brandy. Yeah, the F-250, the big camo Ford with all the pink on it.
Oh, nice.
Shocker, I like the pink. But yeah, she was on 44-inch tires, just towered over them. Big wheels. I know everybody out there doesn't like big wheels, but it was on 28-inch wheels.
What motor did it have?
Just a stock motor. It was just a stock Ford Power Stroke motor.
Oh, okay. What year did you say it was? It was a 6.7 or a 7.0?
17.
Oh, right on.
Yep. Yeah, and it was just, I don't know, it was a cool thing to see, really, and something that really stood out.
So one of the things that I noticed, because I looked at some of her social media over the past week, and it's really cool because I kind of became best social media friends with her because I saw how anal she was in like doing all of her projects. Like everything has to be perfect, right? Like all of the stuff that she does has to be lined up. Like the stickers have to be lined up perfect.
OCD.
Like, dude, I love that so much. So I was like, yep, Casey and I are going to get along with her so good.
That's that racer where you got to have it right.
Yeah, exactly.
There's definitely a couple different kinds of racers. There's the run what you brung and it just looks terrible.
Even it's if not washed when they get to the track.
Yeah, even if they win, you're like, dude, you look terrible. And then there's it's got to be right every time. And then when they do win, then it's even that cooler.
So Pleasant, I think you'll agree with me on this one. Like when everybody asks, like, when we go to the track, I go, yeah, it'll be cool if I win today, but at least I look really good.
Exactly.
Well, that's how I am. So I'm sponsored by Renegade Products, the cleaning company.
Yep.
So like every time my car comes off that track, we're cleaning it. Like it's looking spotless. It's gonna look nice. I mean, everybody knows me as a pink car, and it's clean. And it's always funny to see like the other racers, like the fellow racers, come by and they're like, "Why are you cleaning that thing? It's gonna go out and get dirty again." I'm like, "Cause it looks good.
Yeah.
It looks great.
Because
the Barbie car.
Yeah, it's racing raspberry.
Yeah, racing raspberry, and I'm OCD. So deal with it, boys.
Yeah,
I'll see you out there, and I'll be clean.
Exactly.
What did Tyrone say?
Well, we did get a hair did comment.
What is that?
Love the hair. I can barely read.
Yeah, I can't see that
thank
either.
you.
It's really small.
See, I knew you'd appreciate that.
Yeah,
one.
Ramon. Hey, what's up, Ramon? What did Tyrone say over there?
So Tyrone says, well, two things. He says, and I'm wondering how he knows. There's probably a story to this. He says, Taco El Bronco, best tacos in Missouri.
Can you vouch for that? Tacos El Bronco in Missouri? I know Missouri's big, but
Oh man, I don't know if I've had those tacos before, to be honest.
You're gonna have to write it down because Tyrone will not lead
I'll
you
have to.
astray.
Yeah, next time I go back, I'll look.
Tyrone is actually really good at this stuff. So,
He's
and
legit.
in fact, I'm gonna have tacos with Tyrone in a couple weeks here when I get to California. So
Perfect. And then he also wants to know if you build one right now,
Oh yeah, if you could build anything right now,
what do you do to make it your dream build?
yeah.
Oh, well, right now I'm currently selling my truck actually, so I can build another dream build. I want the new 2021 Ford. If it was my dream, it would be the Platinum Dually. I love Duallys. And then the 37-inch Gladiator tires, 26-inch wheels, a big Kelderman lift kit on it. I want the full air ride, front and back, make it easy to load stuff. I got my nice razor rack in the back.
It's only $200
And a
grand.
full, full rocker fosgate system, just an immaculate hauler.
Dude, that would be pretty sick, though. The thing that got me the most, again, we go back to this whole back thing and what hurts your back. I'm about the air ride suspension.
Air ride, yeah, totally.
So whatever,
Oh, yeah.
whatever you can do for maximum comfort, I'm all over that.
So is that like
Oh,
air
Kelderman
ride?
air rides are so nice too. Like you don't even know there's a trailer behind you. It's so great.
Well, it's like basically having clickers inside.
For
So you
sure,
can
but how far are we taking it? Are we taking it like to the opposite way that the lowrider guys used to do it, where they would like
no,
and then it's lifted again?
I guess you could go that
You
high.
totally could.
But she keeps them pretty clean.
I mean,
like
yeah,
Up to
sounds
you.
like it. Sounds like
the builds she does are pretty sick, man. That one that I don't know if it was your truck or a build that you did, but there was one white Chevy that you did that reminded me of an old pickup that I had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one was that?
I don't
what color
know.
Was it?
It didn't have very many stickers on it, so it might have just been a promo thing that you were doing. But that Chevy was one of the ones that I did was just like wheels, leveling kit, like it was just super, super clean.
Oh, was it like a black older one?
No, the one that I saw was white, but yeah, maybe that black one is kind of similar. But yeah, I just love seeing those things because you can see so much creativity out of a person. Like, even if they didn't know it was you and they saw your truck and then they would see you, they'd be like, man, it does match her personality. That's super cool.
Yeah, but wouldn't
Yeah,
you?
it's always so interesting to like meet truck people from like Instagram and like Facebook and stuff. Like meet them in real life, and you're like, your personality and your Instagram either match or like some people they don't match at all, and you're just like. What? Like you're just confused.
Your
like,
pictures don't match your face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tyrone said, "Oh, he loves dualies are the bomb. Oh my God, he loves it." What were you gonna say, Kay?
I
Totally
was gonna say, wouldn't you think, or this is how I take it? It's almost harder to build the clean build than it is the crazy build.
Yeah,
You know
the
what I mean?
freaking gaudy, nasty ones.
When the clean one is done perfect, it's like there's so much thought that goes into it because it's all the little teeny details that add the whole thing up. But like to the bystander who can't see the details, it's just like, oh, it's.
But the
pretty.
person who knows,
or someone who appreciates it, is like, oh wow. That's how
Oh
I
yeah,
always
no,
feel
that
about
was
it.
me. Even my Ford. So my Ford actually had widened axles. Like it was like widened 6 inches in the front.
Right, and who would
and
know
we didn't
that
have any
unless you knew?
spacers on there.
Right.
Exactly. Just looking at it, you wouldn't have known. But talking like about it, they're like, there's spacers in the back. Like, why isn't there spacers in the front? Oh no, that's widened. It's full deal.
That's pretty cool.
that is pretty cool. So
With a working 4-wheel drive, by the way.
nice.
Nice.
Yeah, see, that's sick, man. And those things don't take like it. You can't just like do that if you don't know. Like, you have to have a good amount of knowledge to be able to understand what you need to do that. Because it's not just widening the front. It's like getting it to the perfect width.
Yep.
It's getting it to make sure that all the 4-wheel drive still
All the
works.
angles change.
Yeah,
Yep.
and the
Totally.
shocks and everything.
Right.
So it's pretty cool that you know how to do that. So kudos to you for actually learning all that stuff and taking all the knowledge that you learned with your family and stuff growing up. So all right, let's get back to the whole racing thing. So you raced a little mini monster trucks. You like that?
I loved it. It was fun. It was good for the time that I did it.
What was the next step? Like, what other vehicle did you get in after that?
The next one was our Polaris Razor RS1, actually, and that was the short course for Torque,
Nice.
I believe. Or maybe Lucas Oil, I think their last year.
So you just stepped right in, huh?
Yep, I jumped right in for it.
That's super cool. What did you think about it when you first did it? Were you scared?
I'm not really necessarily scared. I get really like frustrated if I'm not like performing as well as I think I should be. And I actually wrecked a lot my first race. I rolled in like every corner. Somehow I still came home with like a 9th place in Sportsman, so I was pretty pumped about it. But yeah, I mean, it was a lot of fun. It was definitely something I got hooked after the first race. I was stuck. I was doing it forever. And actually, that first race, I think Zach was pitted with us, actually. Zach Martin.
Oh, right on. That's cool. So you had at least a little bit of a person to look up to and to talk to and ask him what to do. And I don't want to call him a mentor because I like to think that I beat him every time I've been on track except for once. But yeah, so just talking a little bit of shit about Zach. But yeah, he's a really good person to have on your side, right?
Oh, yeah, no, he's like super smart and like a really fast racer. Like, it kind of bummed me out this year not getting to watch him like race again. Like, it's different, but yeah, no, dude's super fast. He was really nice with telling me like just kind of giving me pointers and stuff about how I'm doing, and he's a good dude.
Yeah, good dude for sure.
All around good mentor.
So after that race, were you like, dude, I'm hooked?
Oh, what was that?
After that race, were you like, dude, I'm hooked?
Oh, yeah, no, seriously. I went to, like, I was excited. Like, I was pumped. I had my pink RS1 ready to go. Went to, I think my first race was ERX, then got to do Bark River, and then Crandon. I raced Crandon, and the whole series. I'm like, next year I got to figure out a way I'm doing this again. Like, we're racing every year now. Like, this is what we're doing. This is the next step.
See, you know that feeling, Casey.
I always
do it once, you have to do it for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
I always tell everybody it's like hardcore Mario Kart / like go-karts.
Except for you don't have the little turbo boosters.
Yeah, that little hop
No,
doesn't
no
get you
turtle
any
shells
faster.
either.
Yeah, no turtle shells either.
The hop doesn't get you any faster.
Yeah, exactly. Magic mushrooms where you can just go like full speed.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Well, so that's pretty cool, and I think there's a lot of people that that watch the show or listen to the show that have that same kind of drive too. Because I know a lot of racers that have done the same thing. They went to like one Lucas race, and then they're like, "Wow, I can buy a side by side, and I can race too." So like that's another reason that we started the show, is to help people understand that there is the ability for them to get out there. They don't have to have a Pro 4. They can go out there in a UTV like a Razor or any other brand or manufacturer, and they can get out there and race too. So it's kind of like the same thing that you're talking about. You were like, wow, now I'm hooked.
Oh yeah, and that's awesome that they keep like the like beginning class and stuff like that so easy and attainable for like these everyday people who want to go out and try racing.
Yeah, I
and like
agree
you don't
with
have to have that much stuff on it. Yeah.
It's pretty cool, and especially out there in the Midwest series, they have lower level class. Like at Lucas, they don't really have that, or now Lucas is gone, but they didn't really have that. So it's really cool to see that the Midwest is doing that.
Oh yeah, yep. We got sportsmen, and it's a fun class. Started out there, and glad to be in pro stock.
Yeah,
a lot of crazy drivers.
It's a little bit different, right? But the pro stock classes actually have quite a few people in there too. You still got to get like good starts and manage your race good.
Yeah, there's I think like 25 people in our class. I know at Crandon this last year they gave sportsmen the opportunity to race with the pro stock, and I think there was close to 30 cars, 30 to 40 cars like on the track.
The Crandolina wine mixer.
That's what I was thinking.
So RJ Anderson calls it the Crandolina wine mixer.
Oh yeah, that one.
It sounds like it's a fun event though. Like I want to go this year bad.
Y'all should make it out there. It's a lot of fun. It's definitely the race to go to.
What was your favorite track to go to?
Well, sadly, my favorite track is Bark River, but we weren't able to go this last year. It's just a really fun, fast-paced track.
It looks so
technical,
awesome.
but fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a blast. I really like ERX in Elk River, Minnesota. It's like kind of the hometown track. It's a lot of fun. It's really technical, and it's got some really nice sweeper corners, and then like the whip section's like insane, but it's so much fun.
Hey, what was the reason that you moved from Missouri to Minnesota?
Kind of closer to all the races.
Oh, it's just
honestly, it's kind of closer, and then my boyfriend lives up here, so he's like friends with some of the race people, like the people that like work at the tracks and stuff, and that one of the companies that or one of the people that like own ERX and stuff like that. So it just kind of worked out for me to where I could come up here. I would be close to like a place to practice, and it's a lot closer to everything.
So
Missouri is a lot farther of a drive.
Yeah, definitely. Well, dude, we had to drive from Arizona all the way to Missouri. We didn't even have air conditioning because it went out in the truck. It sucked, and it was
that's rough. That's not a fun drive either.
No, it blows, and it was July too, so it was like torture. Tyrone chimed in and said, "A Ford." What does he say, Case? I can't see it.
A Ford F450 Super Duty Lariat dually. Fat meats in the back. That's his dream build, it sounds like.
Oh, so he doesn't want dual tires in the back. He just wants some big old
that's what
dragster tires
big
back
super
there.
Single.
Yeah. Super single. See,
Dude.
there you go.
Yeah, see, she knows way more than us. He also asked, what's your most memorable race? He also asked, what's your most memorable race?
Most memorable race? Definitely this past year at Crandon. We were able to do a like night race, so it was awesome. They had like the big lights up, and I mean we don't get to do night races over here in the Midwest, and I think you guys get to a little bit on the West Coast, but it was super insane. We're just driving around there. It's completely different. I mean the track looks completely different under the lights, and all of a sudden I'm noticing I can't see anything, and it started pouring down rain in the middle of the race.
Really?
So
at night?
Yeah, it turned into a big mud race.
At night? Because like that'd be weird though, because you're like pulling a tear off and you don't even see the mud coming at you.
Just because it's rain.
Don't you think that'd be kind of crazy?
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Well, kind of got to the point where like you're like pulling all your tear-offs off because you think that there's like mud or something like in between too that's why you can't see. So I ended up pulling them all off in like a matter of minutes within like just one lap. So I ended up having to pull my visor up, and I'm like, I can't, like, I have mud like all over my eyes and like all over my, like everywhere, like in my lashes, in my eyes. I'm like just trying to drive, just trying to see, like it's fine, it's good.
That's pretty crazy though.
Fun
That's
part of racing.
What did you do good though? Because you like the mud.
I did pretty decent. It was super slippery, and I did put my mud tires on like right before the race. Get my Gladiator mud tires, I call them. So it was. I didn't do bad. I got to the place I wanted to be for the last race of the season. So I was not mad.
Yeah, that's super cool. Well, that's definitely a memorable race. I hated those mud races though. Like I'm one of those spoiled Californians that are Southwestern guys that when it rains, you're just like, I might not go out.
Yeah,
I might
think
just
I'm
hang
over
it.
it.
Yeah, I'll just stay in the trailer.
I mean, it's a lot more fun to play in the mud, not really race in the mud. So I get the same way where I'm like, that track does not look too fun right now. I look like a lot of sliding into everybody else.
And it just destroys everything.
It really does. Yeah. Have you raced any side-by-side races on the West Coast?
I have not. I was actually planning on this past year racing at Chandler, and then with COVID and everything, my plans got kind of canceled.
Yeah, that does suck. Yeah, you would like Chandler, but honestly, one of the best tracks out here was Lake Elsinore for the side-by-side stuff or for the off-road stuff. That track was so cool, man. Yeah, because it had like motocross stuff. Like it had they called it the Matterhorn jump. It had like a step-on thing, and then where you jump like a tabletop and you come down into corners. Like it had really cool stuff. Wow. Yeah, it was fun, and it had like rhythm sections that weren't like you've probably seen like the Estero Beach, the Mexico Lucas short course race, how it had those whoops that you would like bang through, like you couldn't get over them like clean in side by sides. This one had like some ones that you could actually double through, like, so it was super fun.
That's how like ERXs, they had the big double whoop section, like where you can legit double every whoops. It's great.
John just chimed in and said, F mud, desert is the way to go.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty excited to change that, but
yeah, so we were gonna get into that, but well, let's just jump into it now. So you had been doing short course for a little bit, so you think you've got like a pretty good understanding of how to race side by sides, and what's your plans for 2021?
So we're going to the desert, guys. I think we're going to start out trying to do like the Mint 400, Vegas to Reno, Laughlin, UTV World Champs. And, I mean, we're going to be packing snacks and bringing drinks and having fun.
That'll be super cool. And so it's kind of like, I don't know, like I feel like when you went with Jimmy in the desert race and the Mint 400, it's kind of like trial by fire. But now you've got enough knowledge in you, like racing short course and obviously those other desert races. How do you think you'll do? Like, you think you have enough experience to go out there and do well?
I think I'll do pretty good. For my first year, I'm really just planning on finishing most of the races, just trying to like kind of soak up all the knowledge I can with the desert racing. We're kind of making this more of a like fun, I guess, voyage, I guess you could call it. Doing lots of like vlogs and videoing and getting a lot of content and stuff with it, but I don't think we're going to do bad. I think I'm keeping positive. I think we're going to do good. I think they're going to surprise everybody.
That's pretty
cool. My fingers crossed anyway. That's my hope.
Yeah. And when you have a realistic expectation like that, it actually makes for the racing to be much more fun too. So I love when people say, like when dudes say, oh, I'm going to go out there and kill it. Like, you know that they're going to have a shitty year. But when people say, yeah, you know what, I'm going to use this as a learning experience, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to understand how this racing is, then they're going to have a good time with their friends. They're going to have, I don't want to say low expectations, but realistic expectations to be able to understand what it's all about. Because it's not an easy feat to finish a desert race, let alone win it.
No, and so far the races I did with Jimmy Moore, we ended up like having some sort of mechanical issue that we just couldn't fix in both the races, and it's a sad thing, but I mean, I feel like all it is, and towards the end, is like just having a good time with your friends, being out there, having fun, just making memories. That's what I kept telling them, even when we're stuck in the desert, this is just gonna be a memory. This is gonna be a story we're gonna tell, and it's gonna be great.
Dude, I agree with that 100%.
She said it earlier, packing snacks, and I'm going to say writing checks.
Yes.
And then the next couple years, it'll be cash and checks.
Yep, exactly. And well,
Exactly.
she's pretty much saying the same thing that we heard from Rob Mack all last week. Like, all of it is stories. Like,
Yep.
I mean, every single racer wants to win, right? But
course.
like at the end of the day, like he's got so many awesome stories, and she's building all these stories with the fantastic people that are around supporting her too. Like, can you imagine in 5 years, 10 years, whatever, how many awesome campfire stories she's going to be able to tell?
Yeah,
We're going to have you on in 5 years of the
Yeah.
Dirt Life. We're going to talk about it.
That's what you hang your hat
Deal.
on.
We're gonna have campfire.
Yeah.
We're gonna have campfire stories, okay, guys? We're gonna be
Totally.
sitting here vlogging campfire stories.
Campfire life.
It's never whenever
Yep.
we whenever bring up these kind of questions. It's never, hey, how much money did you make, or hey, how successful? It's always exactly what we just said. It's always those awesome stories. So, and that goes across all racing, really.
How much fun did you have?
Yeah,
launching
totally.
your monster truck 200 feet when George is still scared about his back.
Totally. And then the best part about it is it's always revolves around that group of people that you know. Like now you have this extended family, you call it the racing family, but I mean it could be thousands of people. And then there's there's a story that goes with each one of those. That's what's so cool about it.
It really is. Yeah, and obviously, like when we were talking about her earlier, like so many people commented in and like had questions, and like there's so much that I learned about her just from other people talking about it. You know, it is really cool, and you get that all the time because you're in the business and you get to hang out with everybody too.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and especially like it's crazy how you were saying like about the racing family and stuff. Like I have a racing family in my short course racing that like I never thought I would, and they're like they're kids that it's so much fun too. We all hang out, park beside each other, and we pit beside each other, and then we all race together. And then when we get off, it's like, hey, like you were beat by the girl, and like oh you did so good. Like I watched you wreck in that corner. Like it just makes it so much more fun. Like just to sit and talk about it, and it's not so serious. It's not so stressful. You're not as nervous as you were like going out with a bunch of strangers. It makes it more fun.
Dude, 100%. What about – go ahead.
I was just going to say Tyrone is 100% right. Just thinking about all of the great stories that I personally had with all the racing that I've done, RC cars, so many people.
Everything.
Moto, everything that I've been involved in, the same thing. And they're the things that you never, ever, ever forget.
Yeah, like even if you have a shitty race, you still remember the good times with the people.
There's always a good story.
Yeah, 100%.
Yep.
So
or maybe it's just a terrible race and it's just funny now.
Yeah, totally. That's totally true.
While you read what John has said over there, Case, what was like some of the coolest memories that you have about like little kids or fans or something like walking up to you?
Oh, it's like not, I guess it wouldn't be the coolest. It's kind of sad, but I think it's like one of the funniest memories I've ever had at like a monster truck show with a little girl walking up to me. She hung out at our booth the whole time. Like she was just sitting there. I'm like kind of starting to wonder, I'm like, hi, like, where's your parents at? Like, are they here? Like, where'd they go? And she goes, oh yeah, I told my dad I was coming down here. Like, no big deal. Just completely nonchalant about it. She was like 11. Like, she was young. And then she like kind of walked away to like talk to her friends or something, and all of a sudden the cops were coming by. And they're like, have you seen this little girl? Like, da-da-da. I'm like, oh yeah, no, she was right here. Like she was just here like 2 seconds ago. So it was just insane, like how like this little girl was telling us how like her family knew right where she was, and she was missing. And I'm like, oh, that was like the weirdest thing that ever happened to me.
Yeah, but that's pretty cool. She's like, screw my family. I want to go meet Pleasant.
I want to go check out Monster Truck.
And she's like hanging out with me.
That'd be funny. She's all like just hanging out with you. She's like getting in the truck to go home. Like,
so I love.
Like, where are we going for dinner, guys?
Let me throw this out there because it's like there's the perfect visual. I could totally see it. So John Melvin, he said he never forgets the Silver State 300. They had problems and they got going again. And as they came around a corner, a Class 10 car was broken and was cooking hot dogs.
oh man,
so many desert racing stories.
That is though, and so
I can totally picture it.
No, but I forgot who said it. Maybe it was on last week's show with Rob Mack, but I forgot what he said. Somebody told me the other day that they always keep hot dogs and burger, or excuse me, and buns and stuff in the car. And they bring beer with them on every desert race because if they break down,
just in case,
they're not going to have an issue.
Well,
they're always going to have a backup plan.
So would those be called Sonoran hot dogs?
I don't know. Well, maybe if you break down in Mexico,
they wouldn't be real Sonoran hot dogs, but
so they always have backup.
Yeah, Eric, yes, RC racing is fun too.
Those stories are pretty badass, man. All right, so you're going to try to do some desert races, man. I'm pumped for you. Are you ready to put forward all that effort? Because it's not an easy feat.
I mean, I'm excited. We have a good group of friends here that are all excited. They're just pumped to go and just to hang out and to help and just to help pit with us and stuff. And I think it's going to be a good time. I think as long as we keep like the fun factor, like kind of towards the middle of our race program, I think we're going to have a good time. We don't want it to be super stressful. We don't want everybody yelling, arguing. We just want to have a good time, go out there, get some good content, do some fun vlogs and stuff, and I think we got this. I'm excited. My team's excited. I'm going to race the rally class, so it's not going to be like super extremely competitive at the same time. Like I think we're going to have a good time. I
really like the rally class because you really have to be learn how to drive a vehicle to be able to keep those vehicles intact.
Right.
The rally class, you don't build like a full custom chassis usually, but you don't build a full custom chassis with gussets and all this crazy stuff. You usually don't put on beefy A-arms, and you kind of just keep a stock car and you put the safety equipment on it. But there's two ways to look at it. The rally class may not go as fast, but you have to look after your equipment all the time, because every racer wants to go fast, right?
Right.
So you see the rally races, and 90% of the time, like at the UTV World Championship, like I'm exaggerating this, but
everybody breaks.
25 people go out there, 3 people finish, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So for her to say that she's going to do the rally class is a huge, huge opportunity for her to learn how to drive and baby the car to make sure that it makes it, so that when she does get into the professional class, it's going to be like she can go full tilt and she'll already have that muscle memory to baby the car.
Well, plus all the other driving and racing that she's been involved in, you probably have a lot better take on your first outing in it than a lot of people do, because you already get how stuff works.
Yeah. The expertise.
Yeah. Where I think it depends on how you look at it. Like you could say, hey, I'm just jumping into this genre, so I'm going with kind of the beginner thing, but it's not, because like you said, to win that, you have to finish.
Yeah.
So it's not only how you take care of the equipment, but you have to be smart with going as fast as you can. So being successful in that class.
It's still as technical as like the other classes and stuff, and
100%.
Well, I think there's an added level of technicality, because you have to be so good at driving the car. Like everybody talks about good drivers, right? And I talked about this with Rob Mack last week. Like everybody thinks they're a good driver. Everybody thinks they're a good motocross rider. Everybody thinks they're a good RC car driver. Everybody thinks they're a good monster truck driver. But until you know what a good driver is, you will never be a good driver. So I rode with Rob Mack in just a 4-seat Razor. Didn't even have sway bars connected. And the skill level that I thought I was at was downgraded by like 90% because of you could see the way he was driving, the way he was thinking, the way he was moving his body and moving the vehicle. I would have probably not got to that point for another 15 years. Knowing that, like, makes you think about your whole, like, racing longevity. And that's cool that she's starting and making sure that she's making those progressions one step at a time.
Yep. Agreed.
Yep. Yeah, just kind of, exactly. Like whenever I rode with them, like the Moors and stuff, like just kind of like seeing how they even drove. Like, I mean, just kind of watching like, okay, we're not like going as fast as we can. Like the races that won in like the first 10 miles. Like it's just like going kind of slow, making sure the car is good, just kind of keeping everything together and kind of learning that. And I'm kind of excited to put like what I've learned even from them, just like into driving this rally class. And pretty excited. You couldn't tell.
Sounds like a blast.
So what did Tyrone say there?
So a couple things. I like this. This is a good little, a little one-liner. Bad races make great belly laughs. And then he has a question. I'm interested too. Have you been to the sand dunes and just had fun?
Sorry, what was that?
Have you ever been to the sand dunes and just driven for fun?
Oh yeah, I actually I'm good friends with Blake Wilkie, and he took me out to Glamis or whatever, and got to take a couple rides in the Bug. It was unreal, and I was able to actually go back to the dunes in Glamis on a UTV, and just I didn't think my skill level was high enough to drive in the dunes, and then just kind of being surprised at how like I was able to maneuver around and stuff, and it just made it a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
But Actually, I have to tell us one story. If you guys know Ryan Edwards from KMC.
Yeah, we know him very well.
Yeah, so if you ever see him, just ask him about our time in the dunes. He had fun with me.
What happened?
It was right after the Trans-American Trail with the Razor still packed down with everything on top. Like, it was pretty top heavy. It probably should not have been out there. He's like teaching me, telling me how to go around the dunes and whatnot. And I was kind of laughing at him for putting on his helmet. I'm like, why do you need a helmet? Like, we're not going to go fast. And then I come to try and like switch from like one bowl to the next. And I accidentally like just laid it over on its side.
Oh, crap.
Just like I rolled it. I was laughing, but I really just laid it over. And I'm like, Ryan, now we're honorary best friends. We already crashed together. I'm like, it's perfect. That was my first time driving the dunes. I'm not super proud of it, but like we said, bad times make for fun stories. So
That's perfect. Now I can talk to Ryan when I get over there and hang out with him. Go, hey, Barbie told me a story about you guys.
I'm like, oh God, no.
What's been some of your
away
most favorite memories riding UTVs then? I could only imagine that doing the Trans-America Trail across the country, like, to me, that would be like a million favorite stories right there.
Well, it's like a year's worth of driving if you think about
Really,
it.
it's like 5,000 miles.
Yeah, so cool.
Yeah. I don't know, even just like the terrains, how different everything was. Like, you were never driving on the same place twice. Like, it was just completely different. Like, okay, yeah, you're on like little gravel roads, like that kind of boring. But no, like, we'd be driving, look over, and there's like a sunflower field. There's like little things like that, just like something to make you kind of smile. And like, it's just such an insane way to like see America, like just to actually see it. And
I'd be so
That's
into
pretty
that,
cool.
man.
That's
like,
a good point.
I know. And that's why, like, when people tell, like what you said, I'm not sure if I'll be able to get off work. I'd probably just rendezvous for a little bit, strawberry rendezvous for a little bit. But I want everybody to see the whole thing. Like, I just feel like that's so bucket list for so many people.
Yeah, doing the whole thing for sure would be bucket list. Absolutely. At some point.
Yeah, maybe like the first year just rendezvous, and then the second, third year, fourth year come on board and do the whole thing.
Cool. It'd be so cool.
Yeah, that would be super cool. All right, so
there's so many cool places there, like on the way to like campsites, and like there was like a big river where like everybody was hanging out and like grilling and like tubing and stuff like that. There's just so many good points for like good vlogs and videos and everything. And I just, one reason I want to go back, I want to video everything. I want to hang out a couple days in some places and just kind of make sure I get like, I want to showcase it all. Like, it's so great.
So we plan to do it on...
There's not like one memory. There's tons.
Yeah, see? So we plan on doing it on dirt bikes because that's something that I want to do as a goal of mine. But we're going to have some of the warfighter guys that we're going to have them take side-by-sides and come with us. So it'd be kind of cool. Maybe you just come with us too and do it on a side-by-side. But we're going to have a media crew out there that hangs out with us too so that they can get it all on, well, you said vlogging, but we're going to just like catalog the whole trip and make some videos and stuff out of it. But we could stop more because we're going to be doing press days and stuff too. So it'd be a little bit more of a scenic ride as well. Yeah,
a little bit more of a hangout. I'd be down. Yeah, win, no win, or whatever. Sign me up.
When did you guys do it?
I'm the first person to like volunteer for this.
When did you guys do it? What time of year?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I want to say it was August. Yeah, it was August. So it wasn't like, it was actually a really good time of the year too to do it, just because it wasn't extremely hot in like Utah and stuff. Like, because we went through Utah, like through Moab, all of that, but it also wasn't extremely cold in some like Colorado and places like that.
So we were thinking about doing it in September, but that's actually really good information to know because that month might be like turning into super cold.
Yeah, you might be getting to that super winter part.
Yeah, so maybe August is a good time to start it then. Well, yeah, good to know. So, all right, well, we'll definitely let you know when we do it, so maybe we could all rendezvous. All right, so we're going to do a rapid-fire Q&A with you before we hit the road, but so maybe you could give us a little bit more of a breakdown of the car that you're building, some of the people that are helping you as well.
Yep. So we're doing the rally class car is a Pro XP Razor 1000 Turbo. Super pumped about it. It's going to be my first XP or Pro XP. We're doing all like high lifter, long travel suspension on it, Gladiator tires. I'm still working out the kinks on my wheels, but running on those Gladiator tires, high lifter suspension, And then right now we're working with PRP to get some seats. So I'm pretty excited about that. I got a fun little color scheme I'm thinking about coming up with.
Nice.
We're pretty sure Proline Wraps are going to wrap it up for us. And there's a couple little things. I mean, you don't really need much for the rally class, so it's kind of exciting.
And then you're going to clean it up with some Renegade products, I'm sure, right?
Exactly. Renegade products are always going to be in the side pocket, just in case one time I need to, go spray down the tires or something for a good photo op.
Yeah, exactly.
Right next to the hot dogs.
Yeah, you got to make sure you keep the hot dogs and the snacks and stuff in there, though, too.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm going to have all the bags, like the door bags and everything, just completely full of snacks, like Cheez-Its and water and granola bars and maybe some donuts in there. I don't know yet.
Sign me up.
Have you seen those wrap snacks, Casey, that have all the rap stars on potato chips that match their personality? One guy's like got Cheetos, the other guy's like Doritos. Like they got all kinds of different guys. Have you seen
I'm
them?
like donuts over here. That's my snacks.
Oh, you're like donut. Do you like the donut holes? Because those fit like in a side pack better.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Do you like
that? Wouldn't be a bad idea, no.
Do you like the airy ones or the cake ones? Like this is a profile.
Oh, like the really thick ones?
So there's like the real thick, dense,
yeah,
cake ones, and then there's the real airy that are. Go ahead. I'm not gonna ruin it.
No, I'm not really. I'm not too picky about my donuts.
Just
I like
donut.
them like on the ground, in the dirt, on the car. Like,
oh, nice. Okay.
It's big, airy, cakey. I'm happy, filled with something. I'm pumped.
Just take whatever. Who's gonna be your co-driver?
Co-driver, I'm still working that out. I got a couple friends that I'm interested in. One of my really good friends named Joey. He might be co-driving with me.
Nice.
But I'm also talking about maybe getting some girls in there. So
that would be super cool.
I think an all-girl team would be really awesome.
That would be pretty cool.
I think it's something that needs to be done.
Yeah, I think that'd be a really cool thing to do. Like, excuse me, not just for, for you, but like, for all the kids to be able to see something like that would be pretty phenomenal.
Yeah, I want to kind of show off that aspect for just for little girls and stuff growing up, because like I said, I didn't even know girls drove monster trucks until I seen Miss Bigfoot. So I want to kind of showcase that you can do an all-girl team.
It'd be cool if it
you
were
can live your dream.
It'd be cool if it were like a crossover somehow.
What do you mean?
Like some kind of female athlete that's like totally out of the genre that like you could train. Like how cool would that be?
Oh, like, yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. Like a triathlete chick or like a volleyball player or something.
That'd be so cool.
Just get someone come in.
What if it was Ellen DeGeneres?
Monster truck driver. It's going to happen.
Yeah, I feel like you could get get Ellen DeGeneres or Oprah to get in there. That way you just like hit the multi-level media marketing. Yeah,
you get a trophy.
Like
there's like a massive O like on the side of my car. Like it's fine.
Dude, you'd have the biggest race. You'd have the biggest racing budget on the planet.
Yeah, you would.
Ooh,
Endless.
Wait, no, I want like Dolly Parton or Shania Twain.
Oh,
perfect.
That'd be pretty good right there.
That's
there you go.
my girl.
There's the crossover.
That's gonna be it.
There's the crossover.
Yep. We're gonna be singing country music on the way.
Love it.
That'd be so awesome. Instead of telling, she's like not telling her where to go. Like don't bother the dangers and stuff. She's just singing to her the whole time.
Yeah.
Could you imagine like being wrecked on the side too? Like trying to flag down a car to help, and it's like me and Dolly Parton pull up, just like singing country music with like our Rockford speakers just blasting. They're like, "No, you can just keep going. We're fine. We got this."
The karaoke car.
That'd be so funny. That would make for some
Getting
serious.
saved by me and Dolly.
That'd make for some serious Instagram stuff right there, though.
Maybe that's what you need on the horn, where you've seen some of those desert racers, right? Or
Instead of having the
races,
siren, you have a country song.
You got some gnarly country song going.
We could have like her build be called the Country Wagon.
Country wagon.
Oh, I'll do it.
Here comes the Country Wagon. I could just
It's gonna
hear
be
it.
like wrapped like a stagecoach wagon.
You know how people always want to walk into a room and have like some music playing like to their like entrance
Theme.
into the room?
Yeah,
theme music.
Yeah.
We could have theme music when she pulls up to the starting line, when she could like comes back to the finish line, when she's passing by people. All right, so you ready for rapid fire Q&A?
Oh, let's go.
All right.
We're good.
Go for it, Case. You can go for the first one.
Okay, dunes or the river?
Dunes.
Nice.
Yeah, that's cool. Have you been to the river? Well, I guess the river in Missouri is different, right?
Yeah, it's full of water.
River in
moccasins.
Missouri sucks. You don't. Okay, I always laugh because in Minnesota they like swim in Mississippi. We don't swim in the Mississippi and Missouri. Like you don't swim in the Mississippi and Missouri.
Oh, it's pretty nasty.
Yeah, it's not good where we live.
Three-wheelers or quads?
Quads.
Todd LeDuc or Tom Meets?
Mets.
Mets. I don't know who that is. My bad.
That one's hard. Todd LeDuc. I love Todd LeDuc. He's a good dude.
Isn't it Tom Mentz? I think it's autocorrect. I think it's Tom Mentz. Yeah, Todd LeDuc is a straight badass. Yeah, Tom Mentz.
Todd LeDuc's cool.
He drives, which one is that? He drives the...
Max D.
Yeah,
Maximum
Max Destruction. That's the one.
Oh, okay.
Dude, I'm like monster truck guy, and I'm failing right now. Barsha or Webb?
What was that?
Barsha or Webb? Do you watch motocross? Okay, you're not going to know that one then. So we'll skip that one. What's the next one, Case?
Little Smokies or Pizza Rolls? I know this one. Don't let me know.
Ah, pizza rolls.
Oh, man. I just knew it was going to be Little Smokies.
Dude. Yeah, I kind of thought it was going to be Little Smokies too. But don't you hate it? Like
pizza fan.
we have this conversation with every single guest, but she's new to us. So don't you hate it? Like after you eat pizza rolls, your mouth is just toast. Like the roof of your mouth is just fried.
You haven't lived.
Always.
You haven't lived until you've done that. You can't say you're a racer if you haven't burned the top of your mouth, the roof of your mouth with pizza rolls.
Dude, yeah.
You can't.
Never.
Still worth it.
Coffee or iced tea?
Iced tea.
Favorite soda?
Sweet tea.
Sweet tea. Well, of
I
course.
Yeah, I knew that.
Of course it is. It's got to be.
Favorite soda? I like Diet Coke.
Oh, really? What about Diet Dr. Pepper?
It's the sweet
know. Diet Pib.
Does Mr. Pibb have diets?
I have no idea.
Yeah, me
I don't
neither.
either.
Have you ever had? Do you like Diet Mountain Dew at all?
I do like Diet Mountain Dew.
Have you ever had a white man's margarita? Patron and Diet Mountain Dew. It'll blow your mind.
That's funny.
Note taken.
Yeah. And especially when you go to Mexico too. All right, what's the next one?
It's you, but I can go.
If you could have a superpower, what would it be?
I want to fly.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
Uggs,
Oh, yeah.
Uggs or Crocs? You can say neither.
No, you can't.
Only I
you
can.
gotta fit. Yeah, you're the one.
All the guys say. Well, not all the guys.
Maybe
but,
Crocs. I feel like I could do Crocs.
Rob Mack picked Uggs last week.
Well,
I'll rock some Crocs.
He's a SoCaler.
You're gonna. So this might be played out up in your guys' region, but we always think it's so funny when people say they're putting their Crocs in four-wheel drive.
Oh, yeah, where they pull. Yeah.
Yeah, where they put the strap.
knows.
Yeah, where they put the strap up in the
She's
back.
like the second person.
I can still see myself like running out of them and like completely tripping and falling, but
Totally.
it's fine.
Oh, somehow even if you're in four-wheel drive, they still fly it off.
Oh, that's like just my luck. Like that would just happen for me.
So that's what I used to do with my girls when they were running. It was the rule, and I'd get angry. Don't run in flip flops because you know you're taking a header and lip skidding. You know it.
Yeah.
Totally.
No matter what.
Totally.
That's why I just don't run at all.
What color Crocs are you getting?
Pink, for sure.
I thought you might say pink with checkered flags, like your jacket is.
Racing
I
raspberry.
mean, if they make that, I'll rock it.
So you can get customized Crocs. You know how you can get like Air Jordans painted and stuff now. They do that with Crocs. Like they have companies that actually just specialize in giving your Crocs a paint job that's like with the flexible paint.
Welcome to COVID.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put like my bright face like on my Crocs.
like Ricky Bobby did when he put me on the front of his car. You can have your face on the front of your Crocs.
That'll be me.
Team me. That's great.
That'd be so cool. We can screenshot it and then we'll have the picture. It'll be perfect. All right,
Yes.
So we kind of answered this before, but maybe it wasn't in side-by-sides. Maybe it was in one of the mini monster trucks. But what was your most memorable race?
Most memorable race. It'd be in between the whole side-by-side, racing in the mud, rain / thing. Or one time I accidentally launched my mini monster truck like 20 feet in the air. It didn't come down the easiest, but it was a memorable race, a memorable show.
So I don't think that we've ever had maybe one person answer their most memorable race as a race win. I think most people are like,
Yeah,
I did this.
agreed.
I came back from 20th, or I did like a launch 20 feet in the air and a mini monster was
Right.
like one of those. Like it's pretty cool to see what people remember.
Totally. Like Tyrone says, the bad race, belly laughs. Best
Yeah,
belly
bad
laughs.
race, best stories.
Yep.
What's the
I mean,
next
it's
one?
not fun if you win every race.
This is true.
That's a pretty good point. Like, so basically we're saying James Stewart, when he was swept the series, he was super, super bored. What's the next one, Case?
Favorite flavor of ice cream?
Strawberry.
Ooh. So, do you know any of the Warfighter guys?
I don't. I know. I don't think I've ever met like the people that like actually like run the Warfighter guys. I met a couple people that were in Warfighters, like
Yeah.
the people that like the veterans and stuff, but I don't know them. No.
So the guy that runs it, he's a good friend of ours. His name's Robert Blanton. And so we asked him, we had Maddie Wedeking of PRP Seats and Caden Danbury, and we had myself and Rob, and we asked what the favorite flavor of ice cream was around there. And his favorite flavor of ice cream,
And he wasn't scared to say it.
he wasn't scared to say it at all, is Strawberry Rendezvous. So that's why we keep saying it.
Oh, okay.
So
I get it.
Out of nowhere.
So every time I text him now, because I'm going to rendezvous with him more times now since I'm going to be living in Temecula,
Right.
I say, would you like to go for a strawberry rendezvous? Every single time.
That's
So
awesome.
That's great.
I guess it's got a little bit of context to it because he's such a big, strong guy, like got so many military awards and like all this crazy stuff, and his favorite flavor of ice cream is like the gayest sounding one you can ever have. Like, it's so funny. So
They're like, hey, the personality doesn't match the Instagram.
Right. There you go. You said that earlier. Yeah.
Perfect. Maybe he needs a strawberry rendezvous account.
He might. Okay, how about dogs or cats?
Dogs all day long. I got
Netflix.
Kitty at home. I miss her.
Oh, you do Netflix or YouTube?
Netflix.
Burrito or taco?
Burrito.
Really?
Sorry.
What kind?
I'm like a full-on like OG bean burrito and cheese.
Dude,
Yeah, see, there we go again with that clean build, right?
yeah, that is true.
There's nothing
Can't
like
go wrong with a bean burrito and cheese.
a good one. Well, you can if it's like Rosarita or something.
Yeah, if they put shitty
from
beans in
Missouri.
it.
but- okay.
Yeah. Dude, you're right though. Like, there's been times I eat bean and cheese burritos for breakfast.
And you're like, dang, this is the best.
Yeah, like I'm
one
gonna
ever.
yeah, because that's what I say every time I'll get a bean and cheese burrito for breakfast. I'm like, I'm doing this every day. I have to. All right. Well, we asked this. We'll ask in a different way. Desert or short course?
Short course at the moment.
You'll see. Maybe you'll say desert next
We're
year.
gonna
Who
come
knows?
back to that question in 5 years.
Okay, perfect.
Nice.
Was that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Maybe you'll say desert after the end of the year.
Never know.
So she's already done the racing that we always want people to say, and we've only had one person say it.
That's
But-
okay. She was
but
probably
it's
gonna say
okay.
something else.
It's cool. So what? Sky's the limit. There's unlimited budget. It's fantasy world, so you can let it go wild. What other form of racing would you like to try?
Can we do like a cross between monster trucks and like short course racing?
So is there? I thought there was something. Oh, you know what? The if it's taken out of a stadium, has there ever been monster trucks outside of a stadium, like on a Wild Horse Pass kind of thing?
I don't think. I think we should try it though. I think that's my dream race.
Can you imagine if it was like it'd be like an endurance race? It'd be like 4 miles for a monster truck,
Dude.
Oh god.
Could you imagine a 12-hour monster truck race
No.
at like Texplex?
No,
Dude,
totally not.
I think me and Pleasant just became best friends because I always want people to answer monster trucks, and now she elevated it to the next level.
I can just picture all the things, all the logistics that go along with this. Can you imagine coming in for tires?
Monster trucks on pit stops.
You're coming in for tires. You need a
Oh,
crane.
dude.
You like literally need a crane.
So you got the crane over there, and you lift it up on the off the chassis, dude. That would be crazy.
Imagine the chase trucks.
Oh, the chase trucks for monster trucks. Oh my god.
It'd be like the little minis. It'd be the mini monster trucks going out there with
There
like
you
little
go.
tires or something on it.
Holy
Dragging it.
crap, man. That would be insane. All
Good
right.
answer. Good answer.
So that was a fantastic. That's the best answer we've ever heard.
Totally.
All right. So the last question of the night, and this is the total profiling question: chips and guacamole or French fries and ranch?
French fries and ranch.
Whoa! I didn't expect that
Anything
either.
with ranch. I'm sorry. Anything with ranch,
good.
I'm obsessed with.
What if we change it to the original question? Because I kind of gave you that ranch. It was French fries and ketchup.
Chips and guacamole.
See, the
okay.
ranch
See?
is what elevates it.
Yeah, it kind of does for
The
anybody.
ranch gets it.
It really does. But it can't be shitty ranch though. It's got to be good
Yes,
ranch.
It's got to be good ranch.
No, it's got to be. Some places have like that really good ranch where it's like
Yep.
I don't know what's different, but their salads are good now.
Yeah.
EG's.
Yeah, there's this place called EG's. It's like this Subway, or like kind of like Subway, but they have these slushy drinks and the ranch and the French fries. It'll
Not even right.
Yeah, it's like better than anything.
Next time you're coming out west, you'll have to fly, or not fly, but you'll drive by Tucson because it's a Tucson local thing.
I think they have them in Phoenix now.
They got a couple in Phoenix now.
But it's one of those things like where you get like Nathan's hot dog in New York.
Yeah.
And it's like better than anything else. It's like that for French fries and ranch.
100.
All right. So thank you very much, Pleasant. We really appreciate it. Do you got anything else you want to tell our listeners before we bail out?
No, just keep on keeping on, guys.
I really appreciate you coming on. Like, it was cool to learn a little bit more about you. And honestly, after talking, I really, really have a good feeling that you're going to do well in the rally class with the plan that you have. And I think it's going to be really interesting for all of our listeners to follow along with you. And obviously, the people that, you have supporting you as well, all your, it makes me so happy to say this, all the girl fans that you have. Like, I just want to come out to the races and support you just because of that. You're doing such a good job.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. I loved being on the show. It was a lot of fun. I love talking to you guys. It's good to talk to you more, I guess, to formally meet you.
Yeah, exactly. So what's the first race you're going to go to? Maybe we can rendezvous there.
I think I'm going to do the Mint 400 first.
Sweet.
It's my first desert race.
What were I don't know what the COVID restrictions were this year. I don't know if you're allowed to strawberry rendezvous at those races. I think you got to like stay apart or something.
I wonder.
Yeah, who knows?
Although it's in the desert.
I'll break the rules and I'll come up and hang out for a little while.
Perfect. I'm normally broke down around, I think it was Joshua's tree is last time they spotted me. So just come hang out, bring some snacks. It'll be great.
All right, perfect.
Snacks.
All right.
I'll get the Dolly Parton songs.
Well, that's
fun.
great.
Dude, this is going to be so awesome.
That was a lot of excellent recall that you just did.
Fantastic. You're hired.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Pleasant. We really appreciate it, and thank you for staying up late with us tonight. Your hair looks awesome, so we will see you soon.
Thank you. See you guys. Thank y'all for having me.
Thank you. Man, that was pretty cool. So it's really neat to see the different personalities and the different racers that come on the show. And, she wasn't just a racer when she started. Like, she was just a little girl. Yep. And then all of a sudden, everything just grows into this thing that she loves doing now. And she's not just paying herself, being selfish and doing it. She's, showing it to all these other young girls.
Yeah, she obviously loves it. You can tell by the payback or the give back.
Yeah, paying it forward or whatever it's called.
Absolutely.
It's so cool, man. So thank you very much, Pleasant Cook, for joining us. You did an awesome job, girl. We really, really appreciate it. And thank you guys for joining us and hanging out tonight. We really appreciate you guys hanging out on Monday nights with us. I know we got a little show, but we really appreciate everything that you're doing because it makes it so that we have that much more ambition to do better in the future as well. So like we said a couple times in the show, next week's guest is none other than professional monster truck driver, actually just professional driver in general. He did the Baja this year. He did some obviously short course stuff growing up. So Todd LeDuc, man, we can't wait to talk with that guy.
Accomplished in all that stuff and mountain bike racing before that.
Was he really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Him and his brother were like some badasses for sure.
In mountain bikes, really?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
No way. I'm gonna have to ask him some of that stuff too.
Definitely.
So that'll be cool. So we're gonna be up at Shock Therapy next Monday night, and good old Steve-O is gonna be my co-host there. So it'll be pretty cool to talk with Todd LeDuc, have a good time with all those guys. We really appreciate all you guys joining us. Like I said, it's the lifeblood of our show, and the show is doing really well, and we're really, really appreciative of it, and we don't want it to slow down. So please keep hitting us up on social media. Always check out our Facebook page. Always check out our Instagram where most of our information lives. DM us, hang out. I never say this because I think it's played out saying it, but please go to our YouTube channel, subscribe, like, do all the subscription stuff so that you can get the notifications so that you watch the show on Monday nights and it notifies you. It'll be cool to have more people commenting in because we have the opportunity to talk with some fantastic guests, and we want you guys to be part of that as well. So please keep the show going as much as possible with us. Thank you to all of our sponsors. Thank you to guys at KMC Wheels, especially for giving away those badass wheels tonight. So Brian, congratulations on winning those bad boys. Please DM us and let us know where we can send those things. Thank you very much to the guys at Shock Therapy. We'll see you guys next week. You can use the code DIRTLIFE at shocktherapist.com and save a whole bunch of money, or just give them a call and let them know the Dirt Life sent you. Thank you to the guys at EFX Tires. Thank you to the guys at Zollinger Racing Products. You can always use the code DIRTLIFE at ZollingerRacingProducts.com. They have next level parts, man, so please support them and get your products at ZollingerRacingProducts.com. They have some awesome stuff for Christmas too, so I was just thinking it'd be cool to have radius rods or tie rods stuffed in a stocking. That would be perfect. You just have to have it on a strong nail.
Yeah, that'd be pretty heavy duty.
And thanks to Josh and everybody at Cryo Heat. Go get man, I think we should have told Pleasant to go get one of those Pro Mod transmissions that he makes for those Polaris Razors, because those things are badass, man. And thank you guys, thank you, Lance, and everybody over at Solderweld for always supporting us. You can use the code DIRTLIFE at solderweld.com and go get yourself an off-road repair kit, because we know you guys are hitting the trails right now and want to make sure that you guys are safe out there, just like you are with your first aid kits for yourself. You can get one for your vehicle. So, like I said, thank you very much. Thanks, Casey, for coming in and hosting the last show in the studio with us.
Yeah, definitely. And since you're moving, I'm going to take this with me.
Oh, yeah, the KMC Smells Like Victory candle.
I can't wait. And Ryan, Ryan, I'm stealing this. You might have to dig one else up another one up for George. I'm taking it.
It's the best smelling candle ever.
It's not even right.
Dude, I wish you guys had smell-o-vision, because
totally.
This candle is like next level. Like, it is unfair how good it smells.
The smell of victory.
So thanks, Ryan Edwards, for the KMC Smell of Victory. I don't know if he's going to give one to Pleasant for tipping over, though.
This smell may cause unhappy spouses.
Yeah, it smells so good, though, dude. When you crack that thing open, I don't even know what it is. It's unfair how good it smells.
Thanks, Ryan.
So, yeah, thank you very much for helping out, Case. I really appreciate it. You've helped grow the show, and it's awesome to be able to.
It's been fun.
Yeah, so hopefully we can do it again soon in California, too. You got some RC friends in California, like Mark Vetus and guys out there, so maybe poking your head in the studio in California, they'll be able to see you.
Get some burritos or tacos with Tyrone and go see Adam.
Yeah. Spend a little bit of time out there?
Yeah.
Man, you could have a whole Casey road trip.
I could.
That'd be pretty cool. Well, thanks again for coming in. So
Definitely.
We really appreciate you guys. We thank you so much for tuning in. We hope you tune in next Monday night. We love you. Good night.
Thanks for listening to The Dirt Life Show.